I'm not sure. What? Hmm? It's like I've already been practicing with our D&D games as it is. Shit. Introduction. I'll give you guys a background of what's going on. I'm going to probably go into a little more detail about this. Once again, give you guys some time to introduce yourselves and who you are. What your role is with your D&D group so far. Maybe your most favorite moment.
Oh, we can do that like at the end of the D&D complete thing. Just be like, hey, we gotta do like this whole Q&A thing. Like, what was your favorite? That'd be
Holy shit! I can control this thing with the buttons. There's buttons on the back of it.
Mhm.
It's so different me in my own room now. I'm usually always in Wish's room.
As long as you're not in there while he's doing suck battles, that's okay.
Suck balls.
Suck battles.
Not suck balls. Oh my god, suck balls. He said as long as you're not in there. The first thing I thought of was it the scary movie with Doofy and the vacuum cleaner? What are you doing? I'm cleaning my room.
Leave my room. Don't you let the bother me while I leave my room. God.
When all of the stinky no, no way. Disappeared.
What disappeared on you, Dre? Was that
Okay.
on this?
Nah, it was me.
Because I did take some stuff. I was trying to clean up space because I ran out of digital space again. The problem with me refusing to pay for an upgrade for stuff is constantly.
I don't know if they showed my real name or whatever, but I followed you on TikTok.
Oh yeah, you're the Knoxville native.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was you. The Knoxville native. Yeah, I thought that was you.
That's nice of you, but I haven't posted any videos on there, so you won't find shit.
So let's see. Yeah, I noticed that. It's like, I'm not gonna say nothing. I figured it was you. Granted, your emblem was just a gigantic orange L, so I was like, no. I was like, okay, got it.
Mhm.
You guys know I've lost my teeth. I've been saying things like, you guys want some seconds?
Mhm.
It's such a good impression. Why?
Get your fat ass back here. Oh, I didn't whistle that time.
Mhm.
Maybe that's good
So,
stuff.
I did find out though it's going to be a 10 to 12 week process to get the dentures.
Holy fuck.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, I'm 36 and I got dentures. Well, not yet.
Holy fuck. I'm only 21. Don't scare putting them up.
As long as you don't have a chronic disease that causes you to throw up for years on end, then you'll be alright.
Mhm.
I should just tell kids when they ask me how I lost my teeth or what I lost, I'll just tell kids, just be like, Mountain Dew will ruin your teeth, kids.
Museum.
All right. Now you guys should be able to hear me. All right, yeah, we're getting the stream up and running. Waiting on our DM.
I have stage fright.
But this is kind of like our, I guess technically our third attempt in trying to stream our campaign. We did it a while back, but I had issues with my computer. But we got it up and running now, and our DM is actually also streaming on his channel. And I'll actually go ahead and try to drop that for you guys, so you guys can go and follow him too. He goes by Whites, Rabbit the Whites, Rabbit's the White. There we go. You can find him on Twitch.
Turn the audio back on. This is beyond entertaining, so I can't.
Perfect.
Way I can turn that off.
And I'm gonna post that in the chat for anyone that's following and wants to
That's what I try to do with my live.
check him out as well.
Turn it on and leave it alone.
All right, but we are about to get into the stream. So here we go.
The toaster? Shit, he even tells me when it's done.
Yeah, you're right, Lord. Toaster go crazy, bro.
What are we talking about?
Turn things on, Bruce. You turned on yet?
And leave it alone, man.
I'm on stream.
It's okay. Let it go on stream, because you know what this does, Bruce. This is content. It's free content. You should.
Wait a second. We're not getting paid for this shit?
Well, we're not getting
Not
paid for
yet.
it either, Lloyd.
Not yet.
Oh.
We're not getting paid for it either. So don't. Like, I understand your complaint and your worry, but I ain't get paid
You're
shit.
getting paid. You're getting paid in love.
And I'm doing this on YouTube. You gotta wait at least 30 seconds.
Yeah, like, keep in mind, like, you guys are going to have a little bit out there. You're going to get a little bit of known, you know. Go do your own swagger souls. Go do your own stuff if you guys really want to.
Last time I told somebody they got paid in love, she went and got her pimp, and I got my ass kicked.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that was really weird.
What you did wrong was you didn't run. See, I would at least turn tail.
Yeah, I tried, but he was fast.
God,
He was like a Cat Williams, bro. He was like little and kind of not really intimidating, but boy, when he got his hands on you.
Oh, he was oily. He was oily. I know he smelled like straight gasoline.
Yeah. Well, and the thing was too, he didn't even like. I was scared I was gonna get like whooped or he's gonna pull out a gun or something. He just basically he tackled me, leaned in my ear, and just started insulting me. And I for long I started crying. So gave him the money.
Sounds like the problem kind of solved itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Learned a lot about myself that day.
That's where we're different. A man like me would have been aroused, but you know.
Alrighty then. I'm glad to hear that everyone is really getting it out there tonight. Everyone's bringing their A game. I want to let you guys know I'm very happy about this level of A game you're bringing already.
This was the last time I go to band camp, man.
Don't bring the band camp stories up. This ain't American Pie.
Yeah, more band camp stories. Band camp stories. All right, well, I'm giving it a little bit so that people that are... I'm sending out...
I didn't say band camp. I said land camp. It's
I'm gonna be
like
right
gaming.
back. I'm gonna grab some water right quick. Shouldn't take me too long.
All right.
Hey, Bruce, come here and get your water bottle, actually.
Oh,
You know what sucks? Now he actually has to come to your room to get the water bottle.
You know, he's gonna go to the kitchen anyway. It's just easier here.
Well, that's true. Yeah. Does he pass by you on the way?
Yeah, my room, our rooms are like right next to each other, which is weird.
I think I'm gonna try to come to Tennessee once more before the next baby's born.
Hey man, don't be disposing my place of residence. No, I'll just I'll let it see, Lloyd.
Well, I was gonna say we could all get together, sing some Kumbaya.
Kumbaya, my lord.
Yeah, son.
Kumbaya.
Got my spirits up now.
Oh yeah. See, if we get together, we gonna be singing. Get the spirits up, nipples hard, and we be going crazy.
Yeah, bro, they stay that way.
Yeah, for Derek, maybe, not for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, I got abnormally small ones too. They're like a Skittle. They're literally that size. Tiny. That's something that sucks right now too.
What?
After having the surgeries, I used to sing halfway decent. I could carry a tune. Now I can't, buddy. I can't.
I can't sing. I sound like you remember episode when Gary was trying to sing SpongeBob?
All right, and I am back.
I feel like that's how I sing my shot carry too. It's like a SpongeBob smell.
Well, for me,
All right, talk about singing. You might as well hit up the man S.A.B.A.J. That's my territory.
I missed a lot. What are we talking about?
Let's talk about we're talking about not being able to sing now that I don't have teeth. Just listen here. Listen. Listen. My favorite songs is "Sitting on the Dock of the Bay" by Otis Redding. Okay.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, it's a good song, so.
But the problem is that all the S's, man. I'm sitting on the dock of the bay. But see, all the S's mess me up. I can't.
Wasting time.
I mean, you just gotta sing like Tyson, that's it.
Wasting time.
Just gotta sing like Tyson. Oh, geez, I probably shouldn't do that.
Oh my, Mike. With the tiger.
It's like, don't.
Mike
It's
Tyson.
like Mike Tyson's been known to show up at people's houses and beat the shit out of them for making fun of them. So I think I'm just.
terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I don't care how much experience he got. I'm not fighting Mike Tyson ever. Nah.
Like, have you seen him at his age right now? And there's big.
Big guy. Yeah, no, I've seen him now. He's a big guy. And not only that, I think that he is now more dangerous than he ever was because Mike Tyson has spent the last X amount of years, I can't remember when it was he stopped boxing. He spent a lot of time now doing personal healing and wisdom. And like he's been learning and like he's been like showing his other side. And that's the thing that makes a dude scary.
Yeah, I've seen him on some podcasts where he's talking about some real shit. He's like, listen, when I'm in my head, you know, I try to stay away from a lot of the demons. He's like, listen, my head is a dangerous place. You don't want to walk around in there.
Hey, Hot Boxing is an amazing podcast.
Yes, it is. I was just asking Derek, do you guys know who Bobby Lee is?
I do, yes.
He's fucking hilarious. I was telling Derek, check him out. Get some good laughs.
But enough of that. Derek,
I'm just letting you guys kind of talk it out for a second. We'll get started shortly. Like, I'm pulling up Twitch streams and, like, I'm sending stuff out and, like,
I was like, oh, yeah, me and Cole are kind of just, like, chatting the stream up. I'm not going to lie to you. We are kind of, like, setting on fire over here, so I want to kind of do that to you.
No, you're good.
You guys are fine. Like, it's content. It's good conversation. Y'all's having a good time. That's all that matters.
At this point, my audience should know me as being soft-spoken anyway, so...
Yeah, so that's why we need to have. That's why someone like.
It's foreplay, guys.
Yeah.
Foreplay. Okay? Let's not beat around the bush. It's foreplay.
It is foreplay. I mean, this is 100% right. Like, you guys are going to be playing D&D. You're going to be taking large phallic objects and slamming them into moist creatures all night. So, I mean, let's just be real. It's kind of foreplay.
Get me all excited, man.
You know how hard it is to go from talking like this to spending 8 hours at a youth football game that I just got back from. I was PG about an hour ago.
All right. So I'm gonna give a moment right now. It's like I actually have the stream popped up on my computer so I can check it out at any time on my DM screen. So
DM screen.
Yeah, so I've had to cheat, and I'm using a separate laptop for my DM stream because I realize I cannot stream my end of the game because on Roll20 it displays all of my cheater tips, all of my dungeon master things, and everything I hide behind the screen. It kind of fucking sucks. I'm gonna be totally honest. It really kind of fucking sucks to do it that way. So I have to have my computer, my normal computer I use for D&D, and what I've been using for the last few years with you guys, I have to use it as my display. And I have to use my work computer. Sorry, work. I'm not going to name names about where I work or anything else, but sorry, I'm totally using my computer as a D&D display and Dungeon Master screen, which they shouldn't be upset. I've been writing them Dungeons & Dragons games for over a year now. So, right now, if you're just joining us, I wanted to be known that I'm not the only one streaming this right now. We have S.A.B.A.J, who is also part of our group today. He is joining us again, another guest streamer. He is currently on YouTube streaming. If you want, let's see. Let me see if I can put a link out there for anyone who wants to take a look at that.
Yeah, if you
Try
want,
to
you go
send
check
the
out
link.
S.A.B.A.J.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can go check him out. It's like I'd appreciate like if you followed everybody to do that. Like followed us here, followed us there.
Nobody better follow me, dude. I carry a gun.
That escalated.
My brother in Christ, you ain't even got no Twitch profile or streaming stuff.
My brother,
Yeah,
everybody
thank you.
followed. It's rabbits. It's S.A.B.A.J. Come on now. me and you talk shit and get nipples hard.
Now, I will, however, encourage. I am totally going to encourage that you guys, both Cole and Allum, Cole, you will see him on our display screen located at the bottom. Let me do. I just realized you guys can't see that because all of our damn names are covered up via camera stuff. Look at me causing all sorts of chaos and mayhem. All right. Give me a second as I do a quick transition and get rid of.
I feel like it wouldn't be hard for them to make a little square there where your name is, but instead it says "Hello, my name is," like a name tag.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me add a little thing. I'll have no my art. Frick. I could add some art there. Would have been cool.
There we go. So you guys can totally see my mouse now and where it's at. I can now click and do my various things on screen. It shows up in the stream now. Now, if you look down at the bottom, it has our current list of names and our local players. So we've got your DM, Rabbits. You guys know me. You've sat and probably watched me stream. We have S.A.B.A.J, our other streamer, our guest streamer from YouTube.
Hello.
Next to him, we have Cole Drumlin, a close friend of ours who is currently playing as our ranger in our D&D game. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
By the beard of Zeus, I am Cole.
And lastly, and most certainly not least, we have Pharmacy, with which if you've been with us before, you've noticed he has played with us in Overwatch. He is also our local fighter and battle master.
I am Allum. Howdy.
All right, excellent job, guys. All right, so we're coming into and streaming. Go ahead. What's up?
No, that was my, I was about to do something else. My bad.
You good? Like I know it's the stream, but feel free. You guys jump in there too.
Oh no, not like that. Like I was talking to myself, so that was my fault.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try my best to catch up some of our watchers and those that are coming in and doing stuff. Let me see if I can do a little bit of catch up. We've been playing this game for about 2 years now. We also have a fourth player, but we're not sure what's wrong or what's going on with him. We will introduce him in time. He would normally be playing our monk druid by the name of Narg.
That's Captain RB, man. You better get it right next to him.
Hey, he is only a captain because I allowed it to happen.
He is the DM.
And I will gladly take that away if that causes problems. And you guys know that I have no problem being harsh about that.
Whatever he's done.
I giveth, and so shall I taketh away in furious anger.
You would be
Turn it on. He turned it off.
your dad would be a strict DM.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
He'd be like, "No, you broke your leg. Sorry." Wait, what? Oh, come on, man.
Legs broken.
That's fucking
Tough.
light.
Anyway.
Flies away or some shit.
Our group of four met up in an area very far away from where they're at now, actually in another continent. I'll go ahead and mark it. A place located here, a town called Desperation. It is here that they gathered together under the group of the Adventurers Guild, a organization that likes to hire adventurers from various parts of the world and then send them to where they may be needed. Desperation was a new town, a new settlement on an old continent that has been abandoned. Something cataclysmic happened a long time ago and left this country completely barren as a wasteland. Desperation is on a plot of land that is the only vibrant area in which grass has grown, at least that anybody has seen in the last 500 years. Our group shows up. Everything seems pretty hunky-dory in this small town. The people there are awfully old. The miners there have been doing their work and taking care of things until a recent collapse. Our group showed up to try and protect the miners, and fortunately with a collapse, they now are sort of out of a job. And being out of a job, the adventurers do what they do best, and they start snooping around and looking into the various things that are going on. And they discovered a small the small church that's located on this island. The priest had apparently taken up necromancy and was planning on taking over the entirety of Desperation. Our crew, at that time, we had Rock, Cole, our friend Narg, and Poe, a Kinku whom your DM set and used for various purposes. They deal with all that. They find a mysterious orb. They start heading their way back to the capital city so that they can report their findings to the Adventurers Guild. On the way back, they encountered several other things. Earthquakes, a blood red moon, natural disasters of various types, and in the very first port city they showed up to, Shantytown. Our crew showed up during a pirate invasion, pushed their way through a large swath of pirates, and utterly demoralized and destroyed their pirate captain. Almost completely by accident, might I add. If you guys remember, none of that was supposed to have happened. But due to some really bad rolls, they still ended up managing to get a pirate ship out of it way too early in the game. So our 4-player crew that now has a pirate ship and no crew to pilot said ship has to allow the town a bit of time to recover. In the meantime, they dealt with a small goblin horde located just north of the town. Lo and behold, this goblin horde also happened to have another purple orb for our heroes to find, and a deeper connection to find out that necromancy is on the rise in the continents. After dealing with the goblin horde, the goblin king, and his necromancer goblin brother, quite the family actually, they make their way back into Shantytown, explain the situation, get cleared, and discover it's time for them to start heading north after a nightmare points them toward the town of Castle's Rock, a location that is well on their way toward the capital city and was going to end up being their next destination anyway. The pool of a nightmarish clown drew them to Castle's Rock, and then once again it drew them down into a decrepit version of a place called New Derry, in which they dealt with and destroyed the nightmarish evil clown. Just before this, they gathered one of their other allies, Ollum, that joined into the crew, and he became key in dealing with the terrifying presence of the clown. While scared at first, he overcame his fears and launched himself into a new ability. Sparkling hair and glistening eyes, in this new celestial form, he dealt with the terrible arachnoclown in the best possible way. After a rough night, cleaning up, resting, in the terrible fight, our friend Nard decided that he would stay behind in New Derry, consecrate the land, clean it, purify it. Our group left Nard behind. On their way back, they discovered that their ally Poe and his brothers, whom they had met and trying to investigate the local clown, they had been captured by the Archmage located in the capital city, and the group launched a rescue plan to try and get in there, to try and rescue the brothers and get them back out before they're taken somewhere worse. Meeting up with someone whom they thought was an ally that led them through the sewers, their ally ended up being their worst enemy, leading them directly into a trap. There, they discovered that the emperor of this capital is corrupt and a necromancer, and is the leader of all the figureheads. The Church of Helm, of which Rock was for, the Archmage for the Spire. Everything seemed to be connected to a Black Hand society located in the capital. Our heroes were arrested, taken and transported to a desert prison known as Solitudinum. It's here they spent 7 long, bitter years mining, coughing up desert dust, being tortured on a daily basis. During these 7 years, our small friend Narg continued to build upon New Derry, crafting it, changing it into a whole new town. The Greens, a dwarf and his daughter from Shantytown that had developed a specialty green ale with a fantastic emerald green glint, began sailing all across the continents. The wealth was shared with Narg and his ship as they went from being pirates to simply being salesmen. Some of the greatest ale in the continents is sold by a small frog druid. With a fortune amassed, and with a family of his own consisting of 3 children with their own varied abilities, and a mysterious stranger by the name of Risad showed up and led the prison breakout, spending days in the desert, traversing, encountering sandworms, blue dragons, and somehow convincing said blue dragon to destroy the outer city walls of Solitudinum so they can casually sneak into the prison and rescue their friends. Where we're at now is very shortly after this prison rescue. At the end of it, we had the whole group running through a portal that Narg and Poe, our wizard, and monk druid had taken the time to fix and pinpoint to New Derry in the hopes that getting our heroes back home. Everyone has made their way through the portal, and there's been a slight miscalculation. Nothing terrible, but the portal ended up opening up very high above New Derry. A fall. Something too fast to be able to react to. As our PCs were shot through like cannonballs, they slammed into the soft grass and dirt below, and they've woken up completely separate and in strange places. Cole, our ranger, and Narg were both discovered in a burning village. Corpse pyres littered the area, and a laughing genasi of fire and a very stern genasi of the earth were seen overlooking the carnage. Upon following these two, Narg and Cole met up with Ollum, who was located in the arena, fighting against a knight that smelled strongly of hops, of the alcoholic drinks that Ollum was so fond of and so attached to. They allowed the fight to continue. Narg and Cole watched on as Ollum continued to fight and ended it with a hefty decapitation of what should have been his worst enemy, with words ringing out. It doesn't matter how hard you try. I'm always going to win in the end. Knowing this, he still picks up the flask that belonged to the Ale Knight and takes it with him to the next door that pops up. In the next door, they find their friend Rock, who has come face to face with the Grandmaster Cleric, his Father Maxwell, the one who taught him his ways, that brought him to being a grave cleric. He's learned the church is using the dead, not ridding them, but using them to amass an army, following, to use them as slaves. And to be told that the arcane does not exist in their world anymore. That all arcane energies are the energies of the dead. With the help of the group coming in and helping rid of a large zombie pack summoned by this Grand Master, the group is once again largely together, missing only their feathered friend Poe. Upon the next step, they've made their way into what seemed to be a lush, vibrant area. Green and verdant. The sun overhead. The large Erd tree can be seen in the distance. A mystical tree that's the center point for most life on this planet. And yes, I do say most life. It's here that our players discovered a strange anomaly. Anytime they tried to leave this spot, the day would restart. Anytime they tried to do anything odd, the day would restart. And they sat and allowed their day to play out. They interacted briefly with the players. They interacted with some of our local druids in this place, only to discover that one by one, each was picked off, killed, maimed, or mutilated. Until at the very end of the day, the storm came. A storm of purple acidic rain. They rushed their way to a beacon on a druidic temple, making their way there in the hopes that they found some refuse, the light, the energy that came from the beacon, very reminiscent of their feathered friend's magical aura. A strange purple and pink, a seeming slight electrical glow to it. They followed it, chased after it in the hopes of finding him, but instead merely found a podium with a glowing light to it. As they approached the podium, the doors in their temple slammed, and bright lightning lit up the room around them, blinding them briefly. It is here. Let me see if I can get. Where's my maps? Where is my maps? Oh, right. I got to do things from a different. I keep forgetting. DM screen. It is here that we are going to be meeting our players right after the bright flash, right after everything has went quiet. They have no clue what's going on, whether the rain is still going on outside, what may have changed, or all strange things are going on. And it's here that they set off on their next big task. Are you fellas ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Ready?
Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as we move on to the next screen,
Ready.
there's not a lot here. You don't see much. Just a little bit of you guys in this temple. I know there's not a lot on this map, but just whenever you start leaving, I'll start revealing stuff. As the lightning's flash and you all stand around kind of in shock. You try and listen. You don't hear the sound of pitter-patter rain. You don't even hear the steady sound of the roaring wave of water that crashes down. You hear naught but dead silence. The strange, deathly quiet sits all around you.
Okay, sorry about that. I hope it didn't sound like I was in the bathroom, because I wasn't.
That's fine. I guess.
It's much better now. To be honest with you, that was listening to you talk that whole time was a way better way to use the bathroom than I've been using it.
Oh, so that's why you sounded weird. And you're like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, that makes perfect sense now.
Shitting.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about an introduction, Lloyd.
Wait a minute.
I am very I'm not ashamed of a lot. You know what I mean? There's a lot that I'm not.
All right, so to allow our viewers at home to get a good idea of kind of what everyone looks like, I'm pulling up images here, everyone's character sheet, so you can kind of get an idea what everyone's going to be looking like. So you can put some faces to names.
My squinty face.
Yeah. So we have from left to right. If you guys are looking at the screen,
I'm also
we have
going to try to
Cole
put these up to a
looking
mind,
on the
guys.
left. Allum is in the middle, and Rockshaw is on the right. Our
How do you
last
say?
fella that we're dealing with. Oh, I got to figure out where he's at.
Fucking Terry. Sorry. I say that out loud, didn't I?
And lastly, we're going to have Narg, who is here. Yours truly, the DM, will be taking control of him for the night because we're not sure what's up with Terry. We're going to have to figure that out. We hope he's okay. There's been some interesting stuff going on with him lately.
There we go. I see us now.
It's true. I mean, ever since
And
he
I
started
can't
that
show you
OnlyFans, man, it's
Narg,
been
but
nuts.
he's on here. He's not
Yeah,
on my
man.
page
I mean,
for
that's
whatever
really
reason,
all his
but
OnlyFans
he
is
is here.
nuts.
But yeah, that is
He needs to
that's
diversify.
Farm over there, Allum,
That's him getting the feet.
Cole, and then S.A.B.A.J, me, Rockshaw,
That son of a bitch will
Jordan.
randomly send me pictures of feet. Like, what the?
No.
Holler for $1, man. It's not.
I know, right?
All right, so y'all find yourself located here. And then you hear Something's changed. I can't do a Nard voice. Just deal with it.
It seems you're right. Seems the storm is past, eh?
Mike, you think that was a storm? I hear no rain. Ain't no Peter Pan on the ground or nothing. No, Mike, what do you mean storm, Mike?
Well, whatever you'd call that.
It's blimey. Fuck you, lightning.
I mean, lightning's associated with storms, lad. Where we live, it could be magic. We never know. Aye, but I think we should be stepping out, eh?
Oh, I agree with you. At that point, Allum kind of just kicks Cole's shin. Why are you sitting there mucking in the corner about? Chink? Why don't you say something?
I agree. We should move.
I saying that, Allum kind of just, well, I guess I gotta go first every time, right? And just kind of opens the door.
Cole leans down and rubs his shin a little.
Give me 1 second, guys. For sound's sake, I'm going to do a quick adjustment on our sound.
This has been one of the more challenging characters, though, because he's broody, and I'm not.
If you need me to turn up on my end, just let me know.
You gotta be.
Oh, you're fine, Bru. I was like, I'm trying to listen on what all's going on in the background.
Yeah.
You could talk more in a Batman voice if you wanted to.
Me?
For me?
Yeah, if you want to just talk more, just like
Uncle Drumlin.
I agree. We should leave.
My name's Cole. My beard's. Ah! Yeah, it's perfect. Just do it. It's absolutely brilliant.
I was like, that's actually kind of funny. Hey, I'm Cole.
Love it. Truly love it. I love that I can't see the keyboard very well. Mm-hmm. Bam. All right, cool. So you guys are going to oh yeah, that's right. I got a touchscreen too. Forgot about that.
That's it, there.
Fancy.
Yeah, my laptop's a touchscreen, so if I fuck up, you'll know it real quick.
Yeah. All right, nice flex there, because I get it. I'm broke.
Hey, this thing ain't mine. This is given to me by the university, so don't you look at me and be like, I'm broke. No, I ain't showing off. It's like, this is... I said this is a work computer. I meant that whenever I started. I said work computer.
This is an argument I don't belong in.
Yeah, look at Bruce.
Mr. has a music studio basically in his room.
You over here giving me hell. It's like, I just got a touch screen. He's audio master.
What's ironic is that Bruce's character in D&D is a man of the church, and so is Bruce in real life. That's how he got his sound equipment. God blessed him with a wonderful studio.
I'll take that, I guess.
Just take it the best way you can.
My son, I see you love music.
Yeah. Can I kind of role play this a little bit, Derek?
Yeah, so let me give you an idea of what you got, and so the viewers at home can get a better idea other than what I've got on screen. So as you walk up and you push the doors open, you put your hands on either side and then just shove it open. And as you do, you hear the stone grating from the temple floors as the doors drag across, and it's the only sound you hear. And it has a mild echo sound to it out into this open field that you hear. As you look, you see the grass is dead, browned with a slight purple tint to it, as if corrupted, changed. The water itself is equally as dead still, a bit murky, and the trees are barren of leaves and any sort of greenery. As vibrant and as lively as the place that you was just at, this location equally reeks of death.
Knowing that rocks are behind me, you can't get a quite a good view yet. I kind of just, I might, you might, hey, you might not like this one here. You might be very angry or very sad, mate. I don't know. But I know you and I are gonna be pissed. It looks like, oh man, I don't know how to scrub it. As I kind of just take a step to the side and let them see.
I just go ahead and step out.
Yeah, I kind of step out and take a step to the side.
Yeah, go ahead and step out to at least just the front area, just at the front area of the steps. You'll be out in the open and be able to see a little bit better.
Yeah, like I'm right here on the step still.
All right. So let me give you guys a better.
Hey, by Helm, what's happened here? Everything was so vibrant and green. Now everything's just dark, murky, and there's a stench of something sinister.
Good way to put it. It's like that.
Pardon, I had my headphones out. I put a shirt on, my nipples are getting cold. They're too small, they really can't take very much cold.
As you step out, you see around you. It's the same place that you was at, but either time has not been kind or whatever rain that was is severely eroded away at the place. You're not entirely sure. You can't really examine many of the buildings to see what's going on from where you're at. The temple, however, looks relatively pristine. It doesn't look as if it's taken any damage or fared any worse.
Cole stays silent, but something inside him almost feels at home.
Can I roll an investigation check to see how everybody feels?
See, I don't know if an investigation check will do it. So, like, what you gonna walk up to Cole and like be like nose to nose, be like, "What's going on with you, son?"
No. I was gonna look around and be like, "You little fucker," like in a nice way.
So let's see. Let me figure out if I can give you a better option for that. Let me pull.
Kind of get to know him a little better, personality wise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So we got Raksha. We got this dish. All right. So for this one, it's going to be something more of an insight check. You're kind of reading. You're kind of trying to read people. What's going on? Small details. So it's more like a perception and insight. You may pick one of the two.
Perception or insight?
Yeah.
Ew. No, I don't.
You see how Rock, he seems to be at least a little bit visibly bothered because massive amounts of death and a pretty big change. You can see how he's taken a small bit of shock. Cole, you can't really tell because the stupid hood he's wearing happens to be making his entire face black. In fact, for some reason, you're not sure if you remember actually seeing any features on his face since you've been here. Not to mention, now that you notice it, you see a big red horn coming out of the left side of his head. And Narg, Narg doesn't seem very bothered at all. He seems kind of just okay with everything. Very neutral.
Narg, you don't seem worried.
It's just shocking. It's so different.
Well, I mean, I guess the saving grace is we do know that this is something that happened in the past and not in our present. At least that's what we think at the moment, right?
But Mike, wouldn't this make us our present right now? Wouldn't this be the present? Wouldn't this be how it happened?
Well, this is what leads to our present, but this currently shouldn't be our present because unless we've somehow shifted through time by entering this building. But last I remember,
Right.
it seems we found Poe's mother, and she ran off.
Yeah, but mate, we don't know when we are. To
I
be
had
honest with you,
I had imagined
that's
it's still in the same time.
Excuse me.
can't be. Look at the trees, Mike. That's whole new. The guy wrote history check for that. That wrote history check for that.
The trees, yeah.
Okay. Fuck, I have my character pulled up. Sorry, one second.
Yeah, you would be actually the person who would know about this stuff too. So good call.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. I was like, do I actually need to roll a history check for that?
Mhm. So I will take that history. Let's see, what is it? 23. So yeah, as you point to the tree, you recognize it for what it is. It's the same type of tree as the Erd tree, the life tree that just about everyone is aware of exists. You know that recently it's had issues and that it's been quote unquote not well and kind of sickly. But you also know that Narg carried around the little seed of the last major Erd tree, and it's currently planted in New Derry. So you're as you're trying to explain the Erd tree and a little bit of the history behind it, you're explaining that there used to be a large tree here. It was the center of all life. It was a large conduit for arcane magic. It was kind of a big deal for the planet. And you do know that your history states that there might have been a druid group that had appeared here at some time in order to take care of the Erd tree. And then something occurred, and they were never seen or heard from ever again.
Yeah, I kind of look back and I relate that basically to them, but I kind of yeah, Mike, yeah, this we're definitely a different time, Mike.
But is this our present or just further along in time?
That I don't know, but I can surely say we're just not in the same place we were at all, Mike. Nowhere near.
Because I do remember when we didn't stop whoever we're assuming that caused all of this, we tried to run back in reverse time and we saw what seemed like the same purple thicket cover up our exit, and we had to run for here. So I don't know if it's the same time period that we were in, or if maybe time did pass. Because it's odd, but it seems like it all happened overnight.
Time seems to be fickle.
Yeah, Mike. That's
But I don't think we'll really understand anything from just standing here. What we do know is that I don't believe that this is our world. Or rather, I'd like not to believe that this is currently our world. But we should definitely start looking around and try to figure something out.
I can definitely say a remnants of it, Mike. I can definitely say this is a part of our world that we probably haven't seen yet, but this definitely exists. And
Where's the tree that you were referring to? The tree that you're referring to, is it this one?
Yeah.
It's one of the trees that is the species the Erd tree is. And like they only grow close to the Erd tree. So the fact that all these are dead is kind of a weird clue. So as you guys are approaching, I notice everyone's kind of going in the same direction, which is cool. As you guys are starting to approach, you're noticing the building in front of you. And you notice that something kind of slinks out of the building in front of you. Not entirely sure what it is. It kind of, it kind of like steps out. It's a figure. It seems a little hunched, a little bit kind of side, and it doesn't look as if it carries itself very well.
Cole pulls his bow anyway.
Hey, wait. I kind of not like get directly in front of Cole's boat, but I kind of like touch his hand and kind of put it down a little bit. Hey, Mike, just wait. Let's. I make a perception check to kind of stare at it and see what the fuck it is. Like get a better view at it.
Cole sheath for now.
Mike, Cole, I can't. Fuck, I can't see, Mike. You got the good eye. Mike. What is it? Be nice now, please. What is it? I tell kind of get Cole to gesture to look at it.
Yeah, as you look, unfortunately, the way the sky is, and this is the first time you'll notice this, the sky seems a little dark, a bit purple. The clouds are a little bit off, and the sky seems a little bit awkward here. You don't notice anything that seems like actual sunlight. In fact, as you kind of look around, there doesn't seem to be any shadows casted on anything.
Yeah, Mike, I can't see Jack if it's moving or not, mate. I need you right quick, please.
Cole puts his one hand on Olim's shoulder, reassuring him that he will try. He squints his eyes and rolls for perception. Well, apparently he squinted one harder than he did the other.
You're okay. As you sit and you look, both of you have kind of glanced, all of you take the time, you kind of glance too, just to make sure maybe the power of Cole having his hand on your shoulder will help out in some way. Unfortunately, though, you're not getting a whole lot. But what you do happen to notice is as you look into this, what looks to be a very wrecked and old building that has crumbled under some sort of long period of time, you see a gangly, gaunt-looking figure. It's very dark. You can't quite make it out yet. But as you're sitting there looking, it starts stepping out of the shadow and kind of starts walking your way, sauntering your way.
I kind of tell Bruce, hey, mate, we got something. I don't know if it's nice or not, but it's looking kind of fucked.
Cole again draws his bow.
Yeah, Mike, get ready. It's looking kind of. I just say that, like, I'll say nothing mean about it to piss it off, but I say, hey, Mike, the rock is looking kind of fucked. It's getting close. Do I get a better look as it get closer?
Oh, yeah, it's walking closer. It's walking. It's just kind of casually walking, sauntering towards you guys.
That's not good, Mike. Cole, fire away.
Cole draws his arrow, but he stops there. Instead, he makes a verbal command for it to stop. Stop now.
I don't shoot my sword.
It just stops. And now it's close enough for you to kind of see it. It stops, and it seems to have like a bit of hair dangling in front of its face. The thing that you kind of notice that seems to stick out is it has really long ears that kind of go out and away from its head. Something that strange ear set that you've seen before. And in fact, you guys have seen this in two different places. The few of you that can remember the place that you saw this. But there was one other person that you saw with the same features and looks.
Is this motherfucker? Is he? Hey.
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember this?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And probably a good idea. You guys might not recognize him the way he is right now.
Haven't a clue who he is.
I want one for insurance.
I haven't a clue who he is.
Cole also presses his memories.
But it seemed to have stopped.
That's my history or something.
Yes, sir. I don't remember shit.
Do I remember?
Yeah. As you look up, he moves his head and he looks at you with one dark bloodshot eye, with an eye that looks like it's filled with sadness and remorse.
Bird?
But what you see is you see the look of a defeated somebody. It doesn't look as if he's too interested in you, but he's also very clearly undead and eaten away. He looks weak. He looks feeble. And you can't help but feel something for this undead thing due to the look on its gaunt, shredded face.
At that point, I kind of just, Mike, man, you want pace?
Wait. Don't do that just yet. There's got to be a way that we maybe can
He
find
looks so
something.
sad, Mike. He looks so sad. I feel bad,
but before
Mike.
that, there's got to be some kind of way to communicate with him.
But look at him.
He's also still holding half of the broken stick, which also looks unbelievably weathered and beat to shit.
Cole takes a step back, but he lets go of his knocked arrow. He just doesn't unnock it. He looks at you two and says, "I believe this is your field."
I'm kind of still a little far away from him, not too close, but I get a little closer. Mike, what happened, Mike? Like, can you? Is there any way? Can you draw with that stick or anything? You can. What?
He turns his head and just kind of looks at you, still incredibly mournfully, as if missing something of the past.
Fuck, what was that? What was that fucker's name? Was it Bronze Jaw? What the fuck? The lizard bastard. Was it him?
He just looks back down, looks at the dirt, and he turns around slowly. Wrong thing. Turns around. And he starts slowly heading his way on back toward where he came.
So would you allow me the ability to cast Speak with Dead? It is a cleric spell. All right, I want to put it up on the screen so you can see it.
Please do. All right, let me see it.
Assuming that actually put it there. I don't think that actually put it there. Aha, there it is.
All right.
Use that dead tongue.
Alm is very sad because his one of his people he liked is now turned to the thing he hates the most.
All right, so Speak with Dead. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. Well, that one I'm not going to worry about. It just has to have a mouth. Special rules because of where you guys are at right now. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it or it recognizes you as an enemy. This spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn any new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and can't speculate about future events. All right. So for the sake of where you're at, I'm going to give you a few small amendments to this spell. All right.
Okay.
You guys know what happens whenever I start adding amendments to spells and then stating specifically you're in an interesting area, so that causes things to be weird. So first off, the can't be undead. You don't have to worry about that.
Heard.
The second thing is the corpse knows only what it knew in life, including languages. I'm going to say the corpse has a base of what it knows, but it also has still gleaned things in death. So you can ask it some later things. I will say that because it's technically, this one is undead. And because I'm removing that clause, it has had undeath and may have had experiences or if it cared enough about things or paid attention enough about things.
Okay.
It will just depend on what you ask it at this point. And I will say you are still limited to 5 questions.
Makes sense. That's fair. All right.
So as you witness Verd, he kind of walks in front of the building. He looks up at it and then just kind of stops, turns around, and looks at the lake, and then just sits there, just kind of staring over to the water.
I approach him slowly.
He seems
I-
completely unfazed by you approaching him.
And I sit down beside him.
He kind of like, as you sit down, he kind of like does a small glance at you and then continues looking back out toward the lake.
Hmm. So who was the guy that did this?
He, he looks over at, he kind of like slowly turns his head to look over at you. And he opens his mouth and he states, "Did what?"
Hmm. I've got to be careful. I think that may have been one of the questions. Is the guy that caused this place to be what it is now, because there was a lot of green and vibrant plant life around here. I remember you had friends here with you, a circle of druids. And they're all gone now. Nothing left but that church they walked out of. And I vaguely remember there was a man that started casting a spell looking out at the lake after your werewolf friend took a, well, I guess he took a waste in one of the gardens, and it all went south very fast. But he was unfazed by it. He just sat by the lake and he watched that lake. Watched the dead center of that lake. And then when everything was at its peak of chaos, he started casting a spell. And there was nothing we could do to stop it. What was his name?
Cole stays steady. He keeps his left hand, or his bow in his left hand, and his right hand with his index and middle finger between the arrow.
The undead, he doesn't change the expression. He still has that same rigor of sadness. But you start hearing him groan. Scale.
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 Non-scale. Can I roll to see if I understand that?
Yeah.
I think you said bronze scale, Mike.
Bronze scale. Okay. Also, can they understand him or just me right now?
Well, since
me.
you've cast it on him, you are the only person that can speak to him, but he is speaking out loud.
Okay.
Like you've given him the ability to speak and his vocal cords work, so he's making sound.
Okay. What would I roll to see if I understood that?
Here, I'm just gonna. You could just have that one.
Okay.
Because I don't know if that's a my mic thing making it bad or just me voice acting it really badly. So I'm just gonna give you that one. It's autumn scale.
Okay. Autumn scale. Autumn scale.
Yeah, if you guys remember, autumn scale was the dragonborn druid who was covered in fall leaves.
Mm-hmm.
With the nasty ass spear.
Yeah, he was the one walking around, kind of laughing at everything happening. We thought he was laughing at the wolf guy, taking a crap in the other one's yard. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, it's almost like he knew what happened. It's pretty weird.
I think he caused all of it. I think he intentionally broke up the group. Well, I do believe we've got 3 other questions that we can ask him. What, anything you guys think we should ask him?
Where did he go? Did he see where he went after it all happened?
Did you happen? I turned back to Undead Verge and asked, did you happen to see where Autumn Scale went, or who he might be today?
And he can say this with certainty because Verd offed himself before everything happened at the end.
I remember that. Yep.
So you guys get 2. It's a good question. These are like good questions, though.
Yeah. He doesn't seem to remember, which, now that I think about it, he wouldn't remember because I do believe everyone was dead before he caused this.
It's about right after you say that you see him slowly lift a hand up, one gnarled bony finger, as he lifts it out and points out toward the lake.
It's something about the center of that lake.
And you hear him say, poisoned water.
Poisoned water. The lake is just poisoned water. That... Narg, do you think that has anything to do with the purple and black muck that we found in those barrels way back when in Desperation? Or before we left Desperation? Or after, rather.
It's possible. It may be the same thing. But there would be too much here for me to cleanse this time.
I kind of turn back and look at Rock. He was a druid. I asked him if he knows why, or what's going on with the air tree.
I look at... Go ahead.
No, so he may know something, Mike. That's about it.
I turned to Undead Verd. In the Erd tree, what of it? There was a huge tree that was here that you guys were... You needed, I think you said 4 of you, of different circles within druidship. Or what happened to the tree? Did Autumn Scale also destroy the tree?
Druids of all circles never finish ritual.
They never finished the ritual.
Pre-corruption. The tree died. Life dies.
The druids didn't finish the ritual before all of this happened, so therefore there's no more life.
But you must ask him how long.
But that can't be. Nard planted Erd tree in New Derry.
How long ago did this happen? What year is it?
You're asking Verd what year it is?
Yes.
Are you
That's
sure
right.
you want to ask that question to an undead guy?
Mike, how long has it been, Mike?
Okay, I'll just say, how long has it been? Well,
How
how
long's it been?
long?
That's fair. Verd doesn't see sun, moon anymore. It has been a long time, I think. I only remember the tightness around my throat. And then I woke up here again. I had to dig my way out of the earth.
Yeah.
I wanted to go home. And I can't go home anymore. And now I just want to die. But I can't even die anymore. You see him just kind of slump down a little bit more.
Mm.
As if somehow a depressed zombie could get even more depressed.
As he says that, all of them kind of just stands up, and I don't do it yet. I kind of say whenever you're okay with it, Rock, and I just kind of put my sword out and kind of just push it down.
Cole draws his arrow immediately. Not hearing completely what's going on over there. He's still from a distance.
I settle down. There's got to be a more humane way to do this. I would like to peacefully put him to rest, if
That's what I was gonna do.
if that is all possible. Well, I'm saying I was more so coming from the aspect of like maybe there's a spell or like something like that.
Yeah, my arrow, I named it Spell.
What I'm saying, like, why can't we just like, all right, bro, we love you, man.
I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can kill an undead guy who wants to die. I mean,
True, but like, what way would be the least painful for an undead guy?
You don't feel this shit.
I mean,
Outside of
all of
roleplay,
all of them's 100% right. They most likely don't feel anything. It's just that for some reason, because his depression was so great prior to that, and because he's a fae, he's deeply stuck with being depressed for the remainder of his unlife.
You can set him on fire if you want to, Mike.
can you bless one of our weapons?
Just live fire. Jerry and Oxford, Mike. No, Mike. Just if you want. I mean, most. I think respectful. You just go
Okay, well,
in a literal blaze of glory.
Cole at this point has closed in his distance.
No, Mike. No.
He looks at Olam. He looks at Rock. And he says what he hasn't been hearing from that distance, but what everyone else is thinking. This creature needs to be shown mercy.
Yeah, Mike. I'll take the red sun out, and I kind of just touch his toes with it long enough. Like and then go set him on fire. Set him on fire.
I mean,
Cole coming from nature doesn't care how it's done as long as it's done. He doesn't.
I mean, you guys need to come up with a way to peacefully do it. It's the three of you, Narg. I'm gonna leave Narg out of this one. This is the three of y'all's decision.
Yeah.
I
Narg,
mean, if you don't think he'll feel pain, then I'll say a prayer to Helm as you do it.
Okay.
I look at all of them and I nod.
I kind of touch Vern. I kind of look at Vern. I don't touch the shoulder, but I kind of look at him like it's I know you can't speak anymore, but we're gonna send you off now.
We're going to fix this.
You,
Hope you have
as, as you say this to him, you see almost as if like a small electric jolt goes through him. And he slowly looks up at you all. And you look into his face, this undead face, something that you've slain so many undead over the years, and doing all this stuff. This is the only time you have ever looked at one, and it has looked so sad and so wanting of you to do this.
Any I know you had a whole religion and whatnot, Mike. So anything you want to say to get off your chest before you go, Mike? Just go ahead. Does he do anything, or he's kind of like
He can't speak anymore.
He can't really say anything.
well,
to
I
you.
mean, like internally, you know.
Okay, that's fair.
One moment, gent. Cole turns to Nard. Nard, as a fellow druid, is there anything that you'd like to see happen?
Oh, Mike, I forgot about that. Sorry, Mike. So I said an art.
See if there is something they can do. Let me double check. Because in all honesty,
You said religion. That was the first thing I thought of, was that he and Nard are both,
let's see, we got.
Hey, Mike, I got like a code. Can you do that cool Viking fire arrow trick?
Hell yeah, I can.
You want to set the poison water on fire, Mike?
That sounds pretty cool.
I mean, you know, for that.
It's like the first bit of emotion you hear from him, besides just somber. Full excitement, like throwing up a fire with a kid.
So as Narg is here, he you see him reach down into his bag of holding, and he pulls out something in his hand. It looks like a small seed. And he walks over to Verd, and you see him put his hands over the seed, and you hear him whisper some Druidic, and you see Verd kind of look at him, and his eyes kind of widen a bit. So he's not heard the words in so long, and he can't say them himself anymore. But as that happens, you see the green glow between Narg's hands, and he removes his hands, and it's a blossom. A beautiful death blossom flower. It is purple with black tips, but it is still a very beautiful thing. And he does set it on the lap of Verd as he's sitting there. Okay, it should be fine.
That was pretty cool, no, I'm not gonna lie, Mike. It was pretty nice. Hey, Rock, you got some fire?
I could do something, yeah.
I just realized a second ago you were talking to Rock in the first place. I'm like, wait a second, I can't do any fucking fire.
I prepare to cast Sacred Flame.
I kind of give a side rock and do a little prayer as we all do this.
As you perform your Sacred Flame this time, Rock, you put a lot of emphasis. It's a normal cantrip for you, but you remember the original form of Sacred Flame, the full version of it, the spell before it became as useful as a cantrip. The original text, the original prayer that allowed it to happen. And you sit and recite the thing in full. As you do it, it's a fairly long ritual to sit and actually say it. And the original point of a Sacred Flame was to go through and light holy fires. Therefore, the process is a little bit long and arduous originally. You go through the prayer, and as it happens, you witness as Verd glows. Not bursts into flames, but he glows. And the fire slowly builds around him, a holy fire. The crackling begins. It's a white light, a white flame. It burns and evaporates with the body. And Verd, he seems happy. The face that was sad and depressed seems to lighten a bit. Seems as if he's finally glad to maybe be going somewhere that might resemble home. Maybe he can go back to his family. The thoughts that seem to echo out of him towards you as you say your spell, towards all of you. He begins evaporating and lifting up with the holy. And you hear the words, "Thank you." As he dissipates.
You see the tear fall down Alm's eye. Yeah, might. Maybe I should let you do the peaceful go away now on him. Sorry about that. That was pretty cool. I kind of do an elbow butt to Rock.
I didn't want him to experience any more pain than he already has. That truly is my goal with my domain within this class, is that I don't necessarily have anything against the undead, because they were once like us, alive and well, and you really never know what someone's life was. Once they're undead, they lose all sense of what they were. And he seemed to hold all the sense of what he was.
He had a powerful mind. I'm not gonna lie to him. It's the first time I seen an undead look at me in the eyes. I kind of feel a bit like the hellhound now. Oh fuck.
So you guys didn't take a moment to recollect yourselves. After the strange event that you've all sat and witnessed, the first time you've witnessed an undead that needed help more than it wished to tear at you. You kind of contemplate how things are going from here on.
At this point, yeah. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
No, I said at this point, I kind of have an epiphany. I kind of look at Rock, like, Mike, if he was undead, he might not be the only fucking one, Mike.
Aye, there's a chance that the rest are here as well.
Oh hell! Hey, I'm be honest with you, Mike. I don't want to deal with a gardener. That one, Cole can shoot in the fucking head.
No problem.
Aye, as long as they're not hostile.
All right. So, as a quick question from a DM to his players, do you guys remember how how they died last time?
I remember the dog got wiped the fuck out and splattered over the garden.
Was this last week?
This was the last session.
It was
The one
being bruised.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I wasn't there. I was watching something. The only thing I remember is that some lady got pooped out by some dog or something.
Yeah, yeah. So the dog was basically like, I guess you could say, a werewolf, and he was also one of the druids.
It was a Circle of Moon druid.
Yeah.
And the orc man killed two people. He killed the small little fucker. And then he killed the gardener bitch because he went and papped her ass in the fucking head. And then so I think she probably ain't there no more. Fuck, Derek, I have short-term memory loss. I'm trying to remember all this, right?
No, you're good. It's like you guys. I'm glad that you remembered how things went because it should give you an idea who you may or may not encounter here.
Yeah. Okay. So I kind of look at Rob. Wait, hold on, Mike. Wait, not all of them, Mike. Remember, the dog. He's not coming back with all, Mike. He turned fertilizer. Do you think somebody with their head smashed in is coming back either?
It's possible. Generally speaking, you need the brain to be able to cleanse an undead. So there's a slight chance.
Yeah, it depends on how she got smashed, but it was an orc. If I think the orc's alive, Mike, and that's the one that's like, oh fuck. But he's a pretty cool guy, so may not know. They're all druids and such. The tinker, I don't know. If you get hit by an orc and he's that big, you might turn a straight smush. But let's check carefully, yeah. Cole, Nork, make sure you have your weapons out and just be careful running around back. Might be some random undead here, and we're going to try to do what we did that one to all of them, see if we can get some more information out of them and understand what we're doing, an idea of where we're at, and just trying to move forward. You know what I mean? Maybe we can actually leave this fucking forest now. Who knows? That fucking radio day shit is over. You know what I mean?
Sure. All right, Ribbit's in agreement.
At that point, I kind of listen. We went back, Cole. What are you saying, Mike?
Oh, I nod. I nod in agreement. Cole is ready. He's got an itchy trigger finger.
All right. I'll kind of lead the way. Rock, if you can have my 6.
Aye.
If you don't mind, I would like to take up the rear.
Oh, you go ahead and go. My bad, mate.
I love rear.
Sneaky little booger.
All right, so you guys are heading down south.
Yes. We're going to try to do the ring, and then when we get to this part, try to head out.
All right, so as you guys are going to go, what I'm going to do for you real quick is you're going to continue around the ring. I'm just checking. Because I'll port you guys to whatever happens to be the next available thing.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
By the way, the rear end comment was totally RP. Cole has a sense of humor. It's just dry.
That's what I was thinking. Like, look.
That's okay. Again, one of Genshin's new characters, that's literally all he does. It's bad, dry humor. He has no clue what's going on with any of it.
Cole's like angsty Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as you guys are making your way through the fields, you've walked around the circle, you've looked at the destruction and dilapidation that's going on to the buildings, and you've been making your way across the fields, these barren fields which were once full of various plants, all sorts of vegetables, tomatoes, corn, and they were even growing a little bit of cotton for clothing here as well. They had the whole thing set up to where it would be entirely sustainable for a druid village. In fact, the huts and small little buildings here, even though you didn't see many other druids whenever you guys were here, they give the idea that there may have been several folks here, staying and living together as one in a big commune. As you continue pressing on, you notice the area of which you all had come to earlier, in the verdant place, in the original village. The location that you're at now happened to be where Ruin found Verd hanging from the tree near to his house. And here is where you happen to walk up and see a large, hulking, gray humanoid standing just under the tree of which we had originally found.
I take one peek at the figure and kind of elbow rock. Well, Mike, you know who that is.
Aye.
Alright, big fella. You alright? As I yell out. Remember me?
Cole knocks an arrow.
No, he's friendly, Mike. He's friendly, Mike.
You see him lift his head. You only see him from the back, but one of the things that's immediately noticeable is whenever you first saw Ruin, you saw him in all of his furs. The big white fur that he had and some of the other stuff that he had adorned about him. But what you notice now is that he doesn't seem to be quite so adorned. He still has the large fur on his back, but it's now weathered, matted, gross looking. The axe that you see, it's still kind of dangling out of his hand on the ground. It emits a faint black aura around it. And as he turns his head, you see the look in his eyes. His eyes a solid, bloodshot red. The pupils and the iris is gone. As the whole eye looks entirely red.
Oh,
It turns
fuck.
to you, the look of anger and rage.
Oh, fuck.
Hmm.
Hey, Cole, knock an arrow. Now, mate. Now, mate.
Cole tightens his grip. He's already got that bad boy knocked.
All right, so right now, because he knows you're there, we're going to go into an initiative.
I'm a kind of RP. I'm a kind
You
of
unfortunately-
forces.
Yeah, you unfortunately yelled and made yourselves known right off the bat. And here, let me give you and the players, our folks at home, a good view of Ryuan.
Oh, fuck.
He doesn't look happy.
He looks very, very upset.
Do you guys remember what Ryuan was?
A fucking
What he used to
whore.
be? But do you remember what circle of druid he was?
A circle of. Damn, was it? He liked animals, didn't he?
Hmm.
Yeah, you're right. He liked animals and living creatures. And you see him now as the unliving creature he is.
Ah, fuck. He's pissed.
And he's also wearing an animal skin.
Probably
a dead
dog.
Oh, he was always wearing out. You guys never asked the story of why.
Oh.
You guys never asked that story.
Oh, okay.
There was a story with that one, but it's okay. It was one of those weird. Oh yeah, no, there's totally something that goes way along with that, but yeah, that's cool. I was waiting for someone to ask because it was such a big contradiction that he had that stupid skin.
All right. So
Hold on, wait.
initiative.
I have a thing.
What you got? What you doing?
Got a thing. Hold on.
I have a thing for like initiative or some shit.
Sound like my son just found out that he had a.
I got a thing. You got a thing.
I think I got a thing. Hold on. I should have a thing.
Speaking of, I was just disclosure. Sorry if you guys happen to hear some random Blues Clues or shit in the background. He's just
fine.
living. He's living his best life right now.
Well, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful of the Blues Clues because they might hit my channel and fucking take me off the air for that.
No,
Dude, I
it's
know
all
every
good.
damn
I already got my
Like, I
Discord
love
set
that
up to
whenever-
just mute you.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
prepared.
like, I love the fact that like
Oh, fuck, never mind.
I have this big thing that pops up. I'm a mature audiences because we cuss, swear, and I will oftentimes go into stuff that doesn't necessarily be seen or discussed about with kids. And, I mean, I'm gonna have a hard time discussing with my daughter about a depressed zombie that wants to die.
Yeah.
I think I think that qualifies as mature audiences only.
Absolutely.
So, for those of you that are joining us with the mature audiences logo, and you guys start hearing Blues Clues in the background, I'll just have you know that it wouldn't be long before my stream gets taken off the air. So don't worry about it. No, we're full of inconsistencies here. This is the modus operandi.
He is almost asleep, so I'm sure it'll end.
All right? Did you?
That was my fault. I got Indomitable mixed with something else. I thought I could reroll my initiative.
Now hold on a second. I've been watching Neves Gaming for a long time. I'm pretty sure there's like a certain amount of like time before they can actually say it's copyright. Like you can actually sing part of it for like maybe 10 seconds, but you have to stop after a certain point.
That's true. It's just I don't know if I can within 10 seconds mute you as well as flip out, have to move a computer, change a bunch of. I could probably do it.
Here's my thing. I got my phone right here, right beside me. If you happen to actually hear it decently, just say hey, and I'll hit mute real quick.
All right, that's cool. All right, that's fair. I don't expect it to really be that big.
Or you can mute me. Either way, I'll do it out of safety.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm just gonna agree that's what happens.
But I wanted to let you know because I started hearing it in the background, and it's getting close to his bedtime. But it was definitely there.
just gotta yell really loud and obnoxiously. He'll be like, "All right, bet," and just mute.
Make noises.
Just see him like mid sentence. It's at a
Right,
pivotal.
I forgot. I still need to.
It's a pivotal
Cole
point in the
decides to take a
story.
look over here. Cole also decides he doesn't like.
It's fucking terrifying.
Give me a sec.
I was trying to talk to him.
Hey, you came in there like, that's my boy, you know, like, what's
Hey,
up,
man, what's
homie?
good, dude?
It's like that boy you see. It's like that dude you like you weren't best friends with growing up, but you've seen him all around the neighborhood. Everybody knows him. And that one day you happen to holler at him, he's on some shit that he probably shouldn't be on, and he's just mad for no reason. Like,
On
what's
some
up?
bullshit.
What's up, John? Hey, what's up? Like, whoa, wait, hey, John, no.
All right, guys, we are going into combat as Ryuen turns around. You see the rage and anger twist his face to a grimace as he lets out a horrendous, blood-curdling roar. The kind of thing that can only be done by a complete ungodly beast. Cole, you get first action. Being quick on the draw, you've already got your bow out, you've got it pulled back, and you are ready to go.
Before taking the shot, Cole would like to cast a spell.
Oh, I wanted to get this known now. Okay, Cole. So the way Hunter's Mark works in the new D&D 1 is how I'm going to have you start using it from now on.
Okay.
It is a bonus action. You just get Hunter's Mark, and what it does is it causes you to have. Let me check and see what it is, just to make sure. New Hunter's Mark. I meant to do this and look this up way ahead of time. And completely forgot to do it. So my apologies on this one, guys. This is one of those small little things. I was like, I need to nip this.
It's all good.
So it would be an action I used after I shot?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where is the...
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, so wait. It's all fine.
One.
See. In the expert classes, the ranger class reworked, and first level, you're adept at focusing your ire on a single foe. You always have the Hunter's Mark spell prepared, and it doesn't count against the number of spells you can prepare. Moreover, you don't have to concentrate on the spell once you cast it. It lasts for its full duration until you end it as a bonus action or you are incapacitated.
Okay.
So you don't have to do that. Also, there's no such thing as favorite enemy. The way favorite enemy works for rangers is you just pick a dude, and that is the dude that you fuck up more than anyone else.
Yeah.
You don't pick, like, you don't have to go, oh, I prefer fighting zombies. Oh, I prefer fighting this. You just say, this dude, I know everything about you, and I am fucking your world today.
So once I cast the Hunter's Mark, that's what it entails.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find the actual the one D&D rule.
I enjoy that because growing up, you know, I got jumped a couple times, and one thing I learned about getting jumped is you focus on one person, you make that person remember what happened.
Hey, you're not wrong.
I'm not. Hey, I've been there. I'm telling you, that one person will not jump you again. The other three might, but that one won't.
Well, I can't find the damned ruling for one D&D. If I've got any streamers out there that know exactly what we're talking about, can someone please fill us in? If not, well, we'll be in for a good time, boys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have to always be prepared and doesn't occur. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much it. You don't have to concentrate on it, which is, I think, the big thing. So you just use it, it stays there, and you don't have to worry about anything else.
So I can use it as my first action and then shoot as my second?
Yeah, I believe you should be able to do it just fine.
Great.
Okay.
And no, this is a bonus action. You just use it as a bonus action, my friend. So you got your bonus, and you can still use 2 actions.
Nice.
That's what makes the Ranger is now actually really good. In 1D&D with some of the new rules, I'm going to start trying to port some new rules into our games.
Okay.
Because some of them, they just function better, and or they're a lot easier to understand in 1D&D than 5e. And so Hunter Mark is one of those. It's just you use it and you just hate on a guy until he's dead.
Right. That's what I figured it was. I figured it wasn't like across the like you couldn't just recast it on somebody else and something like that.
Well, now whenever someone dies, as a bonus action, you can immediately put it on somebody else.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the other things.
Ooh.
And you can do it as a reaction to when they die. And
Ow.
I think that's the other thing is once it dies, you can immediately. I'll have to double check and look at it. As of right now, because of your certain scenario, I'm going to allow that to be the rule.
My unit extended like 3 inches, dude.
Yeah,
This
like Rangers actually got a really big boost in this one. Yeah, Rangers did pretty well.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit it on advantage and sling an arrow at this buck nugget. He was never really my friend anyway. I heard him talk shit behind my back.
All right, what did you hit? Damn. All right. Holy shit. So you
I feel the arrow of God whiz past my ear. I'll immediately jumps a little bit to his left. Holy!
As you launch the arrow, you feel it you can feel it crease the air. It's literally splitting the air. And you do hear it. The distinct sound of a whistle as something passes the sound barrier.
The right side.
It's quick. It's faster than most of you can perceive. If your dexterity is high enough, of course you're going to watch it. But it hits into the stony skin of Ryuan, and it seems to lodge. And then he is entirely unaffected by what goes on as he roars in rage.
If anyone could see Cole's face, his one side has brown, but the side with the devil horn has a smile.
Delve into the basest thoughts and feelings, becoming incapable of magic. Once a deep love for living creatures is... Okay. Oh, so this is what Cole knows, or we all know this?
This is just kind of a thing that you're slowly realizing.
Okay.
I'm giving you guys this one so that you guys get an idea that he's not a druid.
Yeah, it's not me. Yeah,
Gotcha.
He's
Okay.
definitely
like that. Like you just watched Cole do a fantastic shot. We're talking he got a crit shot, a fantastic, beautiful crit shot. Every one of you recognized it for what it was. The bow sang, the arrow whistled, and this big guy did not care.
Oh, I have I got a feel he don't give 2 fucking fucks about magic. Baby, you want to fight? Oh, you want to fight?
He takes,
us.
and due to the fact that he now counts as a raging barbarian,
He takes half damage.
takes half damage. Yeah, I made a bunch of all the druids have weird effects once they die. And yeah, it's all related to what they were. So
I kind of look back at Rock. Oh, he ain't your regular monster, mate.
Cole not believing that
I do
his
believe you're
crit
right.
shot did not hit, he shoots again.
of course, do it again. I just love seeing all the dice just slam on the board. You rolled the same on both.
I'm tired of this.
Cole is fucking no. You don't do that to Cole's perfect fucking shot.
And with that other shot that you just fired, it launches and slams into the other side of his chest. He doesn't flinch, he doesn't move. He just takes it. And then you see him begin to start charging.
I swear.
Cole just looks over at both of you, all 3 of you guys, just Doesn't even make an expression. Just looks at you. Like, did you see that?
Holy hell.
See that shit? All right, let me
Holy
make sure
hell.
I got stuff.
All I'm saying, sperm in front of his friends.
5, 10, 15, 20. Of course, he's going to come at the first thing he sees,
Hey,
Cool.
which is exactly what you wanted, and I know it. But I have to play him as a character that is not thinking and does not care.
Cole gulps a little because he did not realize he was going to go after his friend.
Ryuen comes running, and we mean bestial sprinting at you. He's got his axe, he's wielding it, and he's wielding it with reckless abandon. And he goes to swing it at you. With a double.
that shit hurts, bro.
It's a 26 and a 17. I can't remember. Is a 17 actually hit or not?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Just barely, right?
Yeah, it's barely. It hits me by 2.
Yeah, I was going to say it should be just barely. Sorry, I'm doing some background stuff.
Oh, that's how much damage it does too? Like 26, 17? Or is it
Oh,
like,
no. Give me a second. I'm typing a thing.
oh, my bad. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
43 damage.
No, I'm worried that it's still going to be in a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, it's still gonna be a plus 100 damage one time with that.
I hope your health is
I
higher.
mean, you guys know how I am. You guys know how I am with like fucking making homebrewed characters. I was just telling one of my students the other day, it's like I have one phrase that I can tell you guys that makes every one of you cringe and become immediately frightened.
Homebrew.
And it's clown armor.
Oh my gosh.
You know how many times you've had to dial down your home brews because they come in and crush, turn our dicks inside out?
No, I got to make it challenging. And unfortunately, you guys do some crazy shit. And you guys are getting to the level where you're getting to be demigods. Okay?
We honestly do.
Like, so I have to come up with near demigod level and like keep a note. Yeah, he's got some crazy abilities on him, but he's alone. So
That was Cole's first thought, to be honest with you, was just like fucking slam him nonstop with everything we got.
well, I'm glad you guys thought ahead and realized that Big Orc Guy was probably going to be Big Orc Guy.
Mhm.
So
What's interesting for me right now through the roleplay is that because I was out last week, I didn't have any interaction with this guy that I recall, personally.
I don't think that you actually did. But yeah, all right. So you got your parry. What you got? What you got? I see your parry in one of these things.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
You're gonna take 13
So you-
and 13. You're gonna take 26 damage.
26.
If I can-
Holy fuck.
That
If
screamed
I could
and
bite
pick
my
up
whip
from the
right now, I
room.
would.
That screamed and pick up from the mic, but I definitely heard it from the room.
Oh shit. I can hear it in his voice. Like I didn't hear the actual scream, I just hear the after effect of it. And you can take this home. I know you can. You fought the ale night. You beat alcoholism. Literally. Kind of.
Did I?
I mean,
Yeah.
he did definitely pick up the flask.
I was gonna
mean,
say, I think the man was in prison and was forced to have to beat alcohol.
I was forced to be alcoholism. It wasn't my choice.
There's a big difference.
Alcoholism isn't strong enough to beat me yet.
Let's go say, man, if I could have bit my lip, I would have just then.
Is that it? Is that it from Rock?
From
Not
me.
Rock. Fucking
That's sorry. That is all for Ryuen. He can only do like he is going to be pretty much a barbarian.
Okay,
That's
after
it.
that,
So Rock.
Hold on.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I'll
What's
just
up?
kind of.
Dude, I'm sorry, but what you just said, when you said is Rock dead, or what did it do to Rock? Or what? The first thing I thought of, what if after the campaign completely ends, and we're talking maybe 2 or 3 years, whatever. But what if we all sat down to an arena against each other? Holy shit! Anyway, onward, please.
Yeah, really, you guys want to fight Narg at that point? I'm going to tell you that straight
Yeah.
up.
I'm not
Oh,
fighting fucking Narg.
I want Narg.
Like, I'm gonna tell you the secret, Cole, because Narg has the nifty ability of throwing your arrow right back at you.
Yeah. Yeah, he can literally catch it and throw it.
Like, Narg is the one character in y'all's group that can probably beat the shit out of everybody that's there and not really break a sweat.
Like, this frog is the Hokage. Like,
Like, monks really are very powerful. It's just that they're so boring to play. And that's just it. And thankfully, Terry has done a great job making a very flavorful monk and mixing in with that little bit of druid. So, but yeah.
The thing about him that kills me with the character is that he's a bit of a glass cannon, but somehow he's made him squishy. So he's not like, like he's not that fragile, but he acts like a glass cannon.
Yeah. Yeah. that's kind of why I love Nard. All right, so Ryuan's you've watched him come in. He's swinging this axe wildly. So I want you guys to pay attention that he is rageful and just doing things to like the utmost extreme. Rock. It is your go.
all right. So
You have watched this thing dash up and commence to swing it all.
Holy fuck, Rook, he's fucking heavy. Oh, God damn it, mate. Please.
upon seeing him rush Ollum and hit 2 times, right? Or
Yes.
just once? Okay.
Twice.
And hit him 2 times, dealing what looks like a terrifying blow with each strike. I cast Hold Person. I'm going to put that on the screen so you can see it.
All right. A human you can see within range. Choose the target must succeed a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration at the end of its turn. Target making a that's a good choice. Good choice.
So yeah, that was just
Because
the official like casting of it. But yeah, go ahead.
9. I can't do it because I can't. Becoming rageful means that he lost his wisdom. So good call there, Rock. Excellent call.
Nice.
Yeah, I rearranged his stats and everything too. So now Ewan has become held. Let's see. So paralyzed. So he stops like mid movement.
Yeah, it lasts concentration up to a minute, so max duration a minute. Or if I break concentration.
Let's see.
Dude, how frightening is that? Like getting smashed twice in the face with a couple fucking weapons, and then all of a sudden, dude just freezes in front of you. Like, whoa.
All right, now I have to do this too. Jeez, oh, how this is gonna go.
Does he freeze completely, or does he move slowly?
He's paralyzed, so like completely.
Yeah, he becomes paralyzed. Okay, so what this roll is? No, I said take consideration of the fact that he's swinging very wildly, like almost with his full strength with every swing. Well, if you happen to paralyze someone while they're in mid-swing, the axe tends to want to continue moving.
Oh, I thought he was going to hold on to it. I thought he had a better grip than that.
Now, it doesn't matter how good your grip is if your body can't hold up to it.
The momentum and the weight of the axe, opposed to his paralyzed hand,
and the immediate freezing of what was once constantly used to swing that axe.
It creates so much more inertia or momentum.
It creates it creates a lot of the momentum creates the inertia, and whenever you stop momentum, inertia continues on. All right, I'm going to re-roll this D4 again, guys. Okay, so what's going to work is we're going to have all of them here. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because he's swinging it in this direction, it seems fitting that it's going to end up going in one of these. So here's our D4. It is going to be 2. This axe is going to be heading toward Cole.
Protecting my nuts.
All right. It is a 19.
Okay. That, I believe, definitely hit.
All right, but you
And
should
you're
be
gonna
good.
You're going to take 11 damage. You're going to take 11 damage, and it's going to continue on, and it's going to land behind you. He is currently disarmed. And by disarmed, I mean the arm
That's a heavy fucking axe.
that is attached to that axe is still attached very firmly to the axe because it's frozen there. All right, so now you have Ryuen, now paralyzed, and an axe sticking out of the ground, now also paralyzed.
Wait, the axe?
Well, the hand on the axe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I guess you
All right, so you got to paralyze. He's effectively stopped. And do you guys want to keep? Wait, how long does this last?
1 minute or until I break concentration.
All right, so you guys got a minute. What are you thinking about?
I think we slammed the piss out of him.
Bro, almost got a piss.
Yeah, I was gonna role play. Mate, I know you probably wanting this fight, but those 2 swings are pretty good, and I don't know that we can risk taking a beating right now. We don't know what else is ahead of us.
Guys go for decapitation, one swing.
He's
paralyzed. He's paralyzed. Guys go for decapitation, one swing. Like a big ass, just like.
Yeah.
Every second attack, yeah.
Like if you go ahead and just swing.
Let's see what it does. You like butter, baby? You've been on a roll tonight.
I'll say this: you just need to be strong enough to get through his AC, his natural armor rating that he's got.
God, he's pretty strong, isn't he?
And I will say, yeah, he is. Like he's barbarian leveled, of course.
Yeah, he's fucking tough.
Asshole.
It's okay. You got it.
Yeah, there you go.
So, being as angry as you were, he came up and gave you that double slap. You dodged the axe as it snapped his arm and went flying right past your head. I mean, you're right. Cole is okay, but you're very thankful that axe didn't firmly implant itself in you. And you figure it's time to give good Ryuen some revenge. You do to him what you watched him do to 2 other druids.
Actually, can I just cut both his legs off?
Yeah, that works too.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a good clean cut too. It's a quick twist, and you do a clean slice right at the knees.
I'll be nice to Rock.
So now you have something with 1 arm and 3 stubs.
At this point, I was gonna back off, and I kind of, like at this point, he can't do shit, and I kind of, Rock, Mike, if you have anything you want to ask or do with it, you can. I'm really, really close to fucking slaying it in the name of Torm.
I know. I mean, as long as it's slain, in one of the names.
I walk off, take a sip from my fucking wineskin.
All right, so I walk
yeah,
up.
you don't have a wineskin right now.
Which side is armless?
I touch my pockets right quick and immediately lose my shit. Mike, what the fuck is my fucking alcohol? This is not acceptable, Mike. What the fuck is... I start kicking dirt.
See, the one thing that you do have, let me see if it's still in my... Yeah, you still have the wine of blood.
Oh, that's okay then. I take the wine of blood then. That's better.
Never mind. It's just remember, Constitution save DC equal to the amount healed on flask. It's still in your magic items or in our magic items folder.
Yay, magic items.
All right. Am I on the side that is without arm?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yes.
All right, cool. So I start to cast the same.
Wait. I'm over here too.
Okay. All right.
I start
I like my
to
legs.
cast the same sacred flame ritual that I did to for Verd.
Wait. No, please. Just go ahead and do that thing you did and pat him down, see if there's anything. I don't know. Druid, you might get something off of him. Fuck. I know it's kind of fucked up, but let's be honest. It's a Druid town. You don't see these often. You might pick something up.
Cole looks over to his right where the axe is laying in the ground.
Might pass that here. You ain't using that. You little weak. Look at your weak squiggly arms. You better lift it up. Pass that.
Cole flips him off without saying anything.
Does he actually struggle trying to pick it up? It's a fucking great axe. I know damn well he owns that bitch up.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the arm is still firmly grasping the axe.
Yeah, I mean, there's still an arm attached to it.
You gotta lift all that up.
Double weapon.
To be truly armed.
Has an extra extension bonus.
You really meant it whenever they said make your weapon an extension of your arm.
Make your arm the extension of the weapon.
All right, so
The art of war.
So we've got Rock. You're wanting to go ahead and do your ritual here.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thankfully, it takes longer than a minute to perform your ritual for your sacred flame ritual, like you did earlier.
I'm doing my
Interestingly enough, even though he unparalyzes, he's unable to try and get to the point where he can try and attack. He's too unfocused. He's too angry. And he almost quite literally is blind because he has no clue where you're coming from. But you continue on with the ritual. It continues the light, just like with Verd. It starts bursting fire across his body, a white heat. It slowly starts burning and tearing away at the flesh, cauterizing it, ashing it, and lifting it up to the heavens. At some point, you see the enraged old orc, fetid and emasculated and emaciated. God, I get the words wrong. Emaciated.
Mm-hmm. I'm the one who's terrible with words, bro. Okay.
I mean, we'll be honest. He is kind of emasculated too. I mean, he's missing his legs and an arm.
You can say mutilated. You can say mutilated. It's okay.
He's been mutilated. It's fair. But at some point, you see him stop like trying to wrestle and fight, and he quits gnashing his teeth. And there's a moment he stops, and you see his eyes clear up to white, and you see his face turn into a peaceful expression. Just before the remainder of his body flames up, and the ashes evaporate upwards into the heavens.
Would you show us his picture one more time?
Mm-hmm.
He was ready to die. Like,
just post it on up there.
I've got it up in the stream for you guys to take a look at. Yeah, if you guys even take a close look, his hand that's attached to the axe in the photo.
Yeah, I'm going to get his hand from the axe from Cole. Mike, let me see that right there.
I didn't take it. It's just there. I just looked at it.
No,
I just looked at it. I looked over like, hey, it's an axe.
Just like a true thief. I just looked at it, man. It's just...
I'm taking the.
Spoken like a true thief.
I just relocated it. I didn't.
Can I pry his hand from the axe?
Oh yeah, no. Like as you try and reach up, the hand is a bit skeletal still, almost as if it pulled its way out through the remainder of the meat. So you've got forearm bits, your radius and ulna, as well as the metacarpals and the phalanges are all still attached.
Well, would it still be paralyzed, not the spell ends?
Well, see, the thing is it's not just that it's paralyzed. Rigor mortis is set in, and then the bones have fused around it.
Oops.
Almost immediately.
Well,
you did paralyze it.
he never let go of his axe for however
Yeah, I
long.
was gonna say you did paralyze it, so it's on.
No, like it's been like that for like hundreds of years potentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like it's been fused. He died gripping his axe, and it just
Oh.
that's why he was swinging it the way he was.
See, and look, he's a fellow brother. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I like to see him die peacefully. He died in
But you
combat.
can pull the hand off. It takes a bit of work, and it's very stiff, but there's still some semblance of joint or something that was holding that skeleton together as you pull the hand and pry it loose. It still stays in the position as you pull it up, twisted, a little bit mangled, and definitely opened up.
Part of the reason why I asked for his picture wasn't just because of nostalgia or comedy, but also because wasn't he made of stone?
This one, no. Stony skin.
Okay. Well, I mean, would that apply to Cole in any way, or?
Oh, for you,
feel
no.
bad for him?
Since you didn't get to see him beforehand, because
Okay.
he had normal orc skin, like, it's just, I can't think of a better way to make orcs look dead because orcs are already green.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's a.
He
that's
was
an
gray.
aesthetic-
We're gonna
Okay,
make
yeah.
him gray.
Yeah.
It's an aesthetic choice on my end.
Okay.
So if you guys run into orcs and they're gray, they're undead. Like Drow will have gray skin, but orcs aren't supposed to have gray skin.
Yeah.
That's why when I seen him the first picture, I was like,
Yeah, here, let me. For those of you that are completely unaware, let me.
I'm completely unaware. Don't you call me out.
No, I'm not saying that you're completely unaware, but for those that are not familiar with good old Ryuin the First, here.
There we go. Oh, okay, yeah. See, I am completely unaware. I didn't know what he looked like.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool, man.
Yeah, he did not like seeing people hurt animals. In fact, he murdered people for hurting animals. And yeah, no one ever asked him about his. No one ever asked about the big
Wait,
wolf.
I was about to say,
mantle.
yeah, he wears a wolf skin. Is that his? That was his best friend, wasn't it?
No one asked the damn question.
We'll never know.
His best friend, I bet,
We'll never
I bet.
know. Because honestly, like when you said that, I had already forgotten like all of like the details and what he looked like.
Yeah.
So like it never crossed my mind to be like, wait a minute, he's wearing animal skin, so why?
Yeah, that's why I was asking for a picture. I was like, can we have a memorial picture of him real quick? Because I'd never seen him before this.
No, valid. You are valid.
Cool
At this
looking
point,
fella.
I throw the dead arm at Cole.
What'd you say?
I throw the dead arm at Cole. I kind of take it off the axe and I was going to hit my catch.
Cole didn't even try to catch it. It's too heavy.
So, are you taking that axe?
Yes, I'm taking the great axe.
Okay, it's actually a battle axe. Give me a second.
Oh.
Wow, I'm actually like you keep this one because it's not really too terribly broken.
It's
That's
just
what I
the
was
thing
thinking.
that it was
When-
connected to is broken.
Yeah, when Dre said like, "Hey, there might be some things we can, get off of him or whatever." That's why Cole was like immediately looking over like,
That was the first thought I had. The second thought that I had was, hear me out. Extended reach X. But Rock wouldn't say that.
wielding
so.
it from the bone, just
All right, but you need to know that it's also known as the Bloodstone axe.
Bloodstone.
Yep, the Bloodstone axe. It counts as a standard +3 great like battle axe. Does the same standard damage types, one and two handed, except let's see, damage one. It has a wait. What? Why does this one list a second damage already?
Can I just point out that I love the fact that I can't remember names that well, so I call people like Jeffrey Epstein, Jeremy. People like Sun Tzu, Art of War, I call them like Sun Patty or something. I don't know. I'm terrible with names.
I'm about to go crazy with this shit.
Let's see, what was the other one? It doesn't say. That's really weird.
Even if I was talking about
Big
games,
magic axe. Big magic axe.
big magic axe.
Well, I'm trying to make sure I set this thing right because I had it set up a certain way.
We were already demigods, apparently, bro.
Yeah, you're not too far off. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm already a demigod. What do you mean?
I think I'm being promoted.
I am not a Saiyan.
I think I'm just being promoted.
damage to 1d.
So while he's figuring that, has anybody else played Dragon's Dogma? The RPG for like the PS4. Really neat RPG for the PS4. Badass RPG. But anyway, I just recently found out that they had made a Netflix anime series based off of the game, and was gonna probably watch an episode of that tonight. It's essentially like your character gets his heart ripped out by some magical dragon, and then the rest of the RPG is that you hunt down these big, huge monsters like Cyclops and shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty cool. It's a good mixture of an old, like a Elder Scrolls style RPG and Monster Hunter.
Has like a kind of medieval feel about it.
I'm a big fan of the Mystic Knight.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of the magical archer.
All right, well, congrats, guys! You made your way through the Ryuan encounter.
Oh, thanks for adding that for me, Derek. I love you.
You're welcome. Now you've got 2 really powerful weapons. Oh, that's okay. It's like I can't say a whole lot. Rock, I'm supposed to have another weapon for you, and I have forgotten once again to put the damn thing together. I've just realized that. Let me make sure I didn't.
Lucky for Rock, he's happy with anything he could possibly get.
I do have something for you. Your shield is special, Rock. It's like I made your shield special, but now I can't remember what the fuck it does. And so I apologize for that. Sometime throughout the week, you remind me and say, "Hey, I've got a magic shield. What the hell does it do?"
Heard.
And I will force that awakening at some point. It is a magic shield. It is a specialty shield.
What's your main weapon, Bruce? What are your main?
I currently have the Blue Sun. I started out with a Warhammer because I'm a dwarf. At which point I switched to the Sunblade when we found that. And then my arm got cut off and we got, thrown in prison. Not cut off. Removed because a boulder fell on it. And now I have a new arm and the Blue Sun.
Yeah, so essentially the Blue Sun looks a lot like a lightsaber.
Yeah. Like imagine Olim's weapon, but like blue. And like more, like you said, like more like a lightsaber, like more like katana, like a lightsaber.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, every time that you've pulled your bow back, Cole, you haven't had arrows. You've just kind of naturally gone in a position and pulled your bow back, and an arrow has just ephemerally appeared on your bow.
Really?
Oh, you're like the motherfucker with Celebrimbor. I forgot his name. The nigga in the Shadow of War games. Fuck.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry. Like, you don't have to worry about arrows right now. You are literally firing like spiritual arrows. They still do standard damage. They don't do anything different. They do standard damage. There's nothing like, they're not magical. They still act normal because I think they're like literally made out of force. But you can see it, and it's colorized according to who you are. So whenever you pull it back, it comes across as a nice vivid green from your left arm all the way to, or actually it's closer to your left arm whenever you pull back. I'm assuming you use your bow in your left hand and pull with your right, right?
Yeah. Talion was the same one I was thinking of too.
Okay, so
Italian.
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
As the energy is closer to your left hand, it is red. As it's closer to your right, it is green, and it does split right in the middle. So the energy, and it represents depending on which side of the body it's closest to.
In my character, personally, when I shot a bow, I used my left hand and I knocked with my right and had my knock point up by my eye. So
So you keep that in mind. It's going to be green right there at the edge of your eye, but the tip of it's going to be a bright red.
okay.
Actually, I think your character profile has it. If I didn't, your actual
Dang! Stop giving me all this cool shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on there.
Making me blush now.
yeah. Yeah, so for the sequence, everybody has some very flashy stuff. Like even Rock's arm is made out of pure energy. It's almost like it's made out of hard light.
Yeah, like if you go
Okay,
go
cool.
to the journal and then double click on Rock in the player characters, you can see it.
Just
So
to
it's like part of the area we're in.
yeah.
No,
So
like in our journal. Wait, what are you talking about?
you can see his image in our journal, but where you guys are at right now, that's something about the location. You guys are represented this way.
Oh, that's why I've got that horn. That's why my bitch is showing.
Yeah, that's why you're split.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody looks a certain way, for reasons that I can't really put into detail yet.
Oh well, yeah. We could see the shield there on Rock.
Yeah, so
the big ass sword,
Imperial
big ass
arm.
things.
Yeah, I was gonna say I seen you had wings.
oh wait, I may have already done your stuff for you, Bruce, and not realized it.
The shield stuff?
Yeah. Let me see.
So right now, all of them is literally depicted with wings. So why has nobody commented on?
We have.
Yeah.
dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
wasn't
Yeah.
here last week. I wasn't here, so
No, it wasn't last week. It was whenever you first ran into all of them. They were flying, doing a Dragon Ball Z style fight.
in your
did.
defense, you were high on like painkillers
Yeah,
from being
you
at the
were.
desk.
painkillers. Yeah,
Bro, I
probably.
literally Icarus somebody out the sky, dude.
Oh shit!
Oh, that reminds me, Brock, I remember what your shield does.
Ooh,
It gives you 2 free uses of the shield spell.
okay.
It's a spell that clerics can't have any other time, and the only way you get it is through this shield.
Yeah. Because I think that's a wizard spell, isn't it?
Yep. And it was a limited thing, and I wanted to give it to you because not only can you cast it for yourself, you can cast it for somebody else.
Ooh.
And I felt that was appropriate for the shield spell. You
Yeah.
earning that already being that, and you would have never gotten it otherwise.
Ooh, and I can cast it as a reaction. So like in the sense of like when Ryuan tried to attack you, I could have casted that and stopped. Well, maybe like raised your AC and hopefully one of them would have missed or something like that.
Yeah, and it may just be that you don't realize the shield can do that yet.
Right.
But I did want to say, it's like, yeah, you actually do have that nifty thing.
Wait, so what'd you say his shield done?
His shield allows him to actually cast the spell shield twice.
So he could project that in front of him.
Yeah, it's just let's see. It
what if-
states an invisible barrier or magical force appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have a +5 bonus to AC, including against the triggering attack, and you take no damage from magical missile. The version that Rock gets allows him to cast it on a friend. So he can use it for himself to turn himself into a massive tank for 1 turn, and like he can negate a damage to him for 1 turn.
I was thinking outside of RP, it'd be pretty interesting if Rock were to find out by kind of like seeing his friend getting attacked, and his empathy just made him think, "Oh, I'd love to be able to protect him,"
Yeah.
and then bang.
Okay.
That would be pretty cool.
And I can't think of a way to naturally get you to want to do that, Rock. So I'm going to tell you, you do have the ability to do it.
Okay.
But there might be a scenario where you'll feel like you'll want to try and do that. And so let's kind of RP that in if we can.
Yeah.
So just like how Olam, like I gave him his ability to transform as once he got over his fear during the clown encounter. Once he got over his fear, he conquered his fear and grew into that new form of himself. So once again, for you, I would like for you to suddenly be so bothered about a friend taking such a lethal hit
Mm,
that you literally force protection upon them.
right. So I have another question. It's somewhat related.
Sure.
Is my armor class higher now that I have the shield?
No.
No, it's not. Okay.
Well, that'll be the thing. Is like you don't really get a big bonus with the shield.
Okay.
So
So
it's a
Let
it
me
doesn't.
Let me
It's a
double
give
check
and
to make
take.
sure. Because I think normally you've been equipped with a shield. Let me see.
It sounds like a give and take. Like you're getting
Yeah.
the
No,
special
you should
ability.
totally have a shield equipped to you. So,
Okay.
oh yeah, because I
The
never actually gave you the damn shield. That's why. God, jeez.
armor increase.
Here I am, like, why is it not working the way I'm expecting it to work?
Mhm.
Give me a second. Let me take a look.
That's pretty cool though.
I'm here for
Okay,
it.
so Rook.
Because this definitely would have been the time. Like, I
Yeah,
don't want him to
yeah.
take that much damage. Oh no. Boom. Huh?
Even just like how you feel empathy for somebody or somebody like taking damage, even an animal. You like kind
Yeah.
of like even seeing a video, you're like, ugh.
We're using bitch like Steven Universe.
Mhm.
I'm
You just- and you just kind of construct it, right? Like, bam.
make a fat ass shield underneath.
Now that's a nice bump.
Wait, that's not.
I was about to say, I
Not
feel
what
like
I
that's not what you.
expected.
I was about to say, I feel like that's not what you were wanting.
Yeah. Okay. No, I was reading this wrong. Okay.
Oh no.
No, I wanted to make sure you get a reasonable bump, but I wasn't trying to like make you overpay. Okay.
I was about to say that's like some Avenger shit.
Like the bump that I just got for a second was like, I can already cast spells. I don't need this. You won't be able to kill me
I was
if
like,
you give me this.
Well, and that's what I was thinking when Derek said, you know, you don't get an armor bonus. Okay, well, that's cool because I can also. It's such a powerful shield. You know, that makes sense that you don't necessarily get like the actual character
Right.
okay.
bonus.
Well, he has a shield, so technically he should have it equipped, and he doesn't have a shield in his inventory. So he was lacking the AC that he needed. It was at 14. As a cleric, he should actually have somewhere between 16, 17, or even 18 if he's doing good enough.
Rock said, "Who needs a shield?"
Yeah, screw shields. Yeah. Yeah, no, and the thing that I bumped you up in was me literally giving you a +2 shield. So a +2 shield is actually a +4 bonus, not a +2 bonus.
Rock
Well,
said,
that's
"I'll heal myself.
why-
That's my shield."
I was like, whoa, wait.
My faith.
So I'm giving you it's a standard shield, but it does give you that you can cast. Though it doesn't say it.
So you're getting like a +1, +2, but you also get the bonus of. Well, so my thing is like, I get. Although you're so that's the reason why I asked why you were what weapon you were holding because in my mind a cleric is somewhat with a shield and mace or something like that. So I was like, what are you wielding right now?
They usually do. And the thing is, by the rules, clerics don't actually get weapon proficiency unless they go like a specific domain that gives it. So like the war domain cleric, I want to say the thunder or like the storm cleric. The storm cleric I think has it. But
they do. But the big bonus for storm clerics is the heavy armor proficiency.
Right.
That makes sense because as a cleric, you're not necessarily trying to destroy somebody.
Yeah, and the only reason that I got the warhammer in the beginning was because being a dwarf alone is what gave me proficiency with the warhammer.
Yep.
Okay. But now let's talk about. Now I'm not a big religious person, but in scripture that I know, at least in Christian scripture, there's such thing as righteous justice. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So dealing damage, as long as it's in a righteous way, would warrant such a weapon.
Right. I feel like for this though, they make that a thing more so with like radiant damage and stuff like that.
Yeah, so if I ever give him anything that does radiant damage, then yeah, it's a full-on holy weapon.
Yeah.
I think I'm not gonna be able to stay up too long, guys. I'm falling asleep in this chair.
That's fine. All right, so
I'm sorry.
You're good.
it's like I need the stream to last till at least 3. It's hard for me to come out. All right, so I tell you what, I'm gonna scoot the group along and let's see if we can
Scoot.
start making your way. As you guys continue looking around, you're looking at the lake, you're noticing how murky the water is, and you make your way over to, let's see, a little bit up north. You notice the tower. And what you notice about the tower is not how it's crumbling or anything like that, but you see another one of those gigantic stone doors standing right in front of it. Don't know how long it's been there. You don't know whether it's been there the whole time or not, but you know that it is just sitting there. Do you approach the stone doors?
Cole won't. That's his nature.
Look, man, I'm really fucking curious.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm gonna go ahead and approach.
Cole's gonna keep a safe distance and notch an arrow, or at least what he thinks is an arrow. What he believes is an arrow.
Rock
I
has
believe
approached.
Kitty.
Right, Rock. Nard kind of follows him right behind you, just kind of being
Nard's making a
curious.
move.
And as you get closer to the door, you see the same strange ephemeral writing start scrolling across the door. It's kind of bright, a little lit up. Wait a second. And across it, you see the same type of riddle that happens to be popping up. Also, right next to the door, you happen to see a small platform, just big enough for someone to stand on. It seems to be like it's weight activated. You know, like you could stand on it and it happens to press downward.
Yeah.
But as you look a little bit closer at the door, you see the words. Show to... There we go.
The one who needs saving the most.
Cole steps forward now.
Cole steps forward.
Hey guys, what's going on?
So it looks like it's another one of those doors with the riddles.
Yeah, don't read it though, Mike. Just go ahead and click on it. Just go ahead and touch it.
What's the riddle say?
The one who
This
needs
is
saving the
Rick.
most.
Cole looks at the group, bows his head, and steps forward.
We'll get you help.
Cole.
Touches the door.
We'll get you help, lad. You seem to be in a rut for a really long time now, but we'll get
As you
help.
reach up and touch the door, the podium right next to you, it lights up.
Cole just looks back at the group with a solemn glare.
It's not like that, Mike. We love you.
So what you doing?
Shall we open it?
I think we shall.
Cole
Let's fast forward to Mike.
the door.
The door doesn't open.
No.
As you reach up to touch the door again, the pedestal glows and lights up again.
Cole takes a step back and chuckles a bit.
Oh, Mike. Fuck, Mike. Now I want this in my life. I go to the door. and I go to it.
Methinks maybe we should stand on that pedestal.
As you reach up and touch the door, the pedestal once again lights up and glows.
Fuck. I stand on the pedestal.
As you go and stand on the pedestal, you stand on the pedestal, and then the pedestal just lights up red.
Oh, well, look at that.
Cole.
Cole again solemnly walks towards the pedestal.
Cole steps up on the pedestal, and as he steps on the pedestal, it takes a second, and then it lights up red.
Huh.
Cole again steps back. Half of him left.
Mike? No.
Huh.
Bro. Mike, is it yay? There's no white Mike.
Perhaps.
It's yay. You need excited, Mike.
I mean, I'm not perfect.
As Rock steps up on it, the pedestal lights up red.
Everyone stares at Nard.
Okay. And Nard goes and steps upon the pedestal. Hops up there. He's got a big goofy smile on his face. And the pedestal lights up red.
Whimsical as usual.
The one who needs saving the most. Is there anything we've missed? We haven't found Poe.
Cole steps near the pedestal.
I'm gonna take a walk around and see what's over here.
Alone, Cole steps on the pedestal this time. He closes his eyes and he focuses on the scarlet.
The pedestal lights up red.
Cole shyly takes a step away.
Rock, as you're walking around the back part of the tower, you're trying to look for anything odd or anything unusual. And one of the things you happen to notice that seems a bit different is there appears to be some black feathers littered about the area. You don't know where they came from or how long they could have been here. There's no real signs to determine time or how long something's been here.
Hey, Cole, get over here. Lad.
Well, what's he get
Cole
called for?
rushes to his side.
Look at this. I point at the ground. We've got black feathers. You'd be the best one for tracking in our group. You think they might be Poe?
Cole would like to roll for perception.
Go for it. Let me see what you got.
Ooh. Or is it perception or investigation?
Either one. I'll give you information however you want to do that. Investigation is to find out something, whilst perception is just kind of seeing stuff. All right. So investigation. So as you crouch down, you commence to picking up one of the feathers, twisting it in your hand as you look at it. You try and reflect it in whatever light that you can to see what kind of iridescence it has. You remember how Poe always had a really strange purple iridescence about him. Even the tips of his feathers seem to have like a light purple hue to them. As you're sitting there and trying to see if you can find that iridescence, it hits. But it's not quite the same purple you remember from Poe. It looks a little bit grayer. If you didn't know better, you'd swear the feather was similar, but maybe a little older than Poe's.
What would I roll to know the connection or bloodline?
Well, yeah, you get the idea that it's probably similar in family. You already get that. You don't have to roll about that. You've got a 22 investigation. You're able to put some stuff together. If you want to ask me questions, I can tell you whether you can put that together or not.
Okay. Can I put together that they're of the same family?
Yes. Yeah, because you've only seen in your lifetime, and you've done a little traveling, and you've run into a few Kinku outside of Poe and his immediate family. But the one thing that you've noticed about the Nevermore family is every single one of them you run across seems to have a weird iridescence to their feathers. None of the Nevermore family has solid black feathers. And that's what you see here. You see the resemblance of a raven's feather, like many other Kinku feathers you'd run across. But that iridescence is what gives away that family trait.
Cole speaks so loudly. I believe this is of Cole or of now I'm having a brain fart.
It's definitely a Nevermore feather.
I believe this is another more feather.
Hey,
Sorry.
Edgar, Poe, or Alan?
I don't believe either one.
You know it's similar to the Nevermore family, but you don't know if it's... You know it's not Poe. You know that much.
So
I can't. Well, I
Not,
can't.
not unless Poe happened to be really old.
Perhaps this is a feather of his father.
I
Seems to
but
me that the feather is very old.
it may be of
Mother,
his
father,
it may be of his
definitely
mother.
of a descendant.
What do we got? What you got, Rock?
It may be of his mother. If we remember, she's the only one that left before everything happened. Maybe she came back.
I was hearing the way he was talking. I was like, man, you sound a little confused. But I was like, yeah, I forgot me and Rock, we had a whole conversation with Poe's mom.
Multiple
He was
times
lit
even.
there.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't believe us at first. But we had a name of sons and all that. It's probably a feather. She's probably an old little coot running back here now.
Should we keep these? Do they mean anything?
Why would you keep her feathers, Mike?
I mean, if she remembers us or doesn't remember us, it might be a way for her to know that we're friends.
If someone want to do a history,
I'll do a history. My history is godly.
Cole,
History
if you will, take the time to relay to everyone the reason why you know that it's not Poe's is because the color is slightly different.
I'd like to let you gents know that part of the reason why I don't think this is Poe or any of his family is because
No, I didn't say that.
I'm sorry. Although I think it's Poe or his brothers, it might be a bit older because the tips of it is gray. They have a distinct family. It appears a distinct family. What can I say? It's kind of like a tone of hair or a tone of skin. Their feathers represent their bloodline. I can tell by this one that it's quite old. Did I mess something up?
No, I've
Nope.
apparently screwed up my my DM screen because
Nope.
all of my stuff just disappeared on me.
Whoop.
Okay, everything got really quiet. No,
No, you're fine. I'm having like an existential crisis on my end. You're good.
I was like, shit.
Where did my shit?
Let me dumb it down a bit.
Because
Hold
like
on.
I didn't want to
feathers,
write.
they look great.
But it
Here,
ain't Poe.
give me
No.
a second, guys.
Sorry.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you know it's not Poe's because the coloring is weird. It's a
But-
different shade of purple.
But yeah, like I noticed on my character sheet, like there's something that says public and then it says 2GM, at which point I just didn't click on it. And I also didn't say anything because I didn't want to break immersion.
You're fine to see.
So I don't know
I've
if that
seen
has
that
anything to
too.
do with it.
Oh no, you didn't. You can send me messages directly if you don't want to tell anybody or ask it out loud.
Oh, so that's
There's
a
a
new
way-
thing they added. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can straight up send me something directly. Just like and I can send stuff to you guys directly, or I could send it as someone else.
Yeah.
That's the
So,
whisper chat, isn't it?
so if I really
Like,
wanted to, I could come in as
There's a chat called whisper chat, I think.
Yeah.
What was that noise?
It's because Poe
I'm
said
just
howdy.
Oh,
it's startling. It's like I can chat as different characters if I want to, or you guys can sit and whisper to me.
He was heavily immersed and was not prepared.
he was yay!
He was like,
Yeah.
we found him.
Yeah.
All right, so wait, whom had their history check?
Oh, hi.
Traded.
Oh, if you go ahead and give. Oh, good job. So I was trying to think back. It's like he's the purple. The purple is what got you. And so you start kind of thinking about what was going on. And the feathers. A little bit earlier today, you remember talking to Songbird, and you were the one who pointed out her egg and got her to actually recognize which child that was. Do you remember what color the spots were on that egg?
They're purple, aren't they not?
Yeah, they're a very grayish purple shade.
So is that okay using the analogy of like hair color
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's perfect.
as like a hue
Yep.
or whatever?
It's a unique trait to their specific Kinku line. Like even her mom, if you guys take a look at their image, she is light purple tones on her feathers and everything else. It's a trademark I put into my characters for the fun of it. But here it's supposed to be
I
a
was
pretty.
noticing that. That's why I said it. I just want to make sure I was right in the context.
And yeah, I use a different shade for every one of them. So Alan's actually is more blue than everybody else's. And let's see, Edgar's was the one that was, well, his is a washed out purple. So yeah, I have lore reasons why all the Kinku are a different color. Like me being fucking weird and obsessive. Anyway, yes, so you acquired some feathers and you've seen the door. Any other questions or comments before I continue?
No.
Okay. So now you guys are presented with a scenario in which you have a feather and a riddle. You don't know if the person that this has been here or where these feathers have come from, where they originated from. It's up to you guys to try and figure it out. It's at this point that Narg, whom has kind of started hopping away from you guys just a little bit, check things out. He croaks at you pretty loudly. Hey, guys!
Aye, what is it, lad?
Come on, Mike.
The forest opened up.
Open up. What do you mean open up, Mike?
As Narg points ahead, let's see. He points over at the I'm moving something right now. Give me a moment.
I'm gonna leave my character where he's at, but I feel like I'm too close to the woods.
He's pointing out at what would have been the opening of the forest that you guys had originally walked to on the green side. What was covered in brambles and was originally unrecognizable, the brambles have somehow pulled away. They've twisted and undone themselves. and left an opening into the woods. A pathway that leads kind of back where you came from.
Huh. Well, I'll be. It did open back up.
That's a little freaky, ain't it, Mike?
Aye, but I mean, it does seem it's like you said earlier. It seems time has passed, but maybe not enough for us to be in our present. So maybe this is the direction we need to go to get back to our own time.
Nature just doesn't move on its own. Not in that time.
You guys want to head and check it out?
Cole is definitely weary.
It's okay. I'm trying to like wrap this up for you guys.
Yeah. And thanks, Ray, for staying. I know
Yeah.
I've dealt with some sleepiness recently, so you probably worked your ass off today too.
Yeah.
So my question is, do you fellas want to stay here and kind of fumble around, or do you want to head through this opening and see where it leads you for next week?
I think heading through the opening sounds like a fucking good ender.
I like that idea. Leave us on a cliffhanger for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one I'm going to tell you what's on the other end of it. I always like to show you guys what you're going to be dealing with before I leave you with a cliffhanger. You know, like I showed you this place and then brought you right back into it. Okay.
Nope, I
So
don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
What?
you guys
I'm joking.
start making your way to the hole and the opening that is in this forest. The brambles kind of stay away from it. They don't want to touch the opening itself. And you all start walking into it. As you start walking, you hear the sounds of the plants growing behind you as the brambles once again cover up the opening you just went through. The light disappears from behind you, and you move straight to the darkness. Once again, you feel yourselves walking for what feels like about 10 minutes. You've all chatted amongst yourselves. Hands on either side now, what you feel is like walls. You can't tell if it's bark or if it's stone. It's too dark to tell. And after a while, sun, some sort of light, appears ahead of you, and you start making your way toward it. Uno momento. I missed one thing in your new location.
Brock, it seems quite ominous. Let us be prepared.
Aye, we should. I'm hopeful that the worst case scenario is that it puts us back where we were.
Let us keep our bowstrings tight, our fingers nimble.
I'm just
Man, that was like a Lord of the Rings quote, wasn't it? Damn! Woo!
As you start walking out of the opening in the woods, you're met with sunshine, verdant grasses,
Ugh, hands in front of his face.
and a pretty lake in front of you.
Fuck. We ain't fucking do it right, Mike. We ain't fucking do it right. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him. I'm gonna
I
fucking
feel like
kill
we're
him.
at a different time.
You find yourself right back where you started. Maybe this time, maybe next time, you guys can figure out what you need to do now. However, you now have several clues and a lot of information you would never have received otherwise.
Mm.
It may not be that you're back at the beginning because you screwed up. It may be that you're back at the beginning because, well, maybe you missed something.
I'm gonna have to go beat autumn tails, autumn fall, autumn leaf, whatever booty with the autumn butt cheeks.
You gonna clap some autumn, huh? You gonna clap some season?
And it's here, I believe I can leave you guys for the evening. And for those of you that are watching the stream, this is the location where our players were at last week, trying to figure out how to go through and make their way through this place. So, guys, I want you to keep in mind your door riddle.
I just imagine that, like, tonight at some point in time, Dre's gonna wake up in the middle of the night and just be like, clap them cheeks! So waking up out of nowhere.
It's going to get up and clap some dragon cheeks.
Wow!
But things to keep in mind for next week.
You're gonna be like, bro, my room is right beside yours. Okay? Clapping the same cheek. Just calm down. Go back to sleep.
Good. You found feathers that don't belong there. You guys have a riddle for a door and a specific pedestal you have to set somebody on.
It's a
Also, come to learn that there is a sequence of events that does occur, and going to the temple changes time. So you guys have learned a few things. You've got a better idea of this scenario. I told you guys I had a bunch of rules in this, and that it was going to be a complex thing.
Yeah.
And it was going to be one of the biggest puzzles I have made for you guys to try and figure out. And so far, you guys have done really well.
Okay, good.
So, don't be discouraged by the fact that you're back here. It was expected that you would have to come back to this point, and in fact, you need to. I will tell you that there's important stuff that can only happen here, and things that you can only do here.
Thank you for pushing forward and telling Terry to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
Although we wish he is not going through some crisis or anything.
Yeah, I really hope Terry's doing all right, but yeah, fuck Terry, guys. Now, I really hope he's doing okay. Like, seriously, I'm more worried by the fact that, like,
He hasn't answered.
yeah, he hasn't answered or anything.
I mean,
I think
he's an enthusiast, bro. He spent like $120 on fucking Roll20.
Yeah, he's got every module and everything. Like, he's doing his thing, and like, he's our D&D guy. I expect that he would be here, so he's not going to be here unless there's something really wrong.
Yeah.
So I hope he's doing okay. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode, in which I have actually titled this thing a specialty. Let's see, what was the title of this? I made it again. Yeah, I can't ever remember what it is. It was the Forgotten Druid Village of the Erd Tree. So yeah, I'm going to start having our little modules have specific titles. So once you guys get through this, I'm actually looking forward to the next title I've already created, and it will give you guys a much bigger clue of what's going on.
Okay.
Very cool.
But this one is going to take a minute, and I expect that you guys will be here for at least another session. But you guys know what you're looking for, or at least you have a semblance of an idea of what you're looking for.
I just want to say, man, you tickled my heart tonight. My nipples got a little hard. We had some fun. And that's all I look forward to, you know? One night a week, I'm changing, all week long, I'm changing baby diapers and dealing with this and that. I just want to get my nipples hard at the end of the week. That's all.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that. I guess I can understand that. I'm glad to help you guys out. Anyway, any comments, concerns, or questions in regards to how the game's going so far?
Yep. Can I send you pictures of my nipple?
No, I'm good with that.
Sorry, okay. My man. Got a little excited. Okay, so yeah.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but
the one thing I can say, is that because I didn't experience last week so much, I appreciate the backstory and everything leading up to what was going on tonight.
And we get to
Yeah.
restart it anyway. So.
Well, I mean,
Well-
Derek gave a really in-depth. I was taking a poop, and he gave a really in-depth like backstory for the stream, which really helped me because I mean, although you streamed for me last week, I didn't catch the entire thing.
But yeah, I'm glad to get to do this now, and hopefully this will even things out. We'll have a good time next week. It will be another good time. I hope Terry can join us for the next one. I really do.
Dude, I'm telling you, if he doesn't, I'm coming back to Tennessee at least for 3 days.
I think you're already planning to do that, but I understand what you're saying.
Well, I'm gonna spend like 2 days hanging out with you guys, and another day hunting Terry down. I know the area pretty well.
Good. All right, guys. Well, those of you that joined the stream, I appreciate you taking the time to pop in. I hate to say that we have just finished for tonight's session. Everyone else is tired as can be. We will have another session
I'll also
next
be
week
hopping
where
off
we
too, guys.
continue on trying to understand the lost village.
Thank you for
of the Erdtree
joining
Druids.
Forge.
Maybe you guys can
Sorry I
figure out
couldn't
what
really
the
like interact with
ritual
you
was
too much,
about
but I was
and
also
what they
trying
were
to pay
trying to
attention to the
actually
campaign.
accomplish.
But I appreciate
Maybe
you popping
guys
in, and if
can
anyone else
figure out
stopped
the actual
by
clues
to see,
that
I don't
lead
know
to
if
the door.
streaming is going to be like
The one
my main
saving the most.
way of
And see if you
content.
can ask
But
yourselves, well,
it
out
looks
of
like I'll be
everyone
doing
that's
this a
here,
little bit
who
more
really
often.
needs the
So
most saving?
at the very least, every Friday
I
night
tried, I really did.
with this.
I knew.
If we're
I had a
playing D
feeling
and
it
D,
was
more
gonna
than
be
likely
fucking
it will
cold,
be
but
streamed. Been playing a lot
It's
of
pretty
Overwatch
close.
as of
It's
late.
like, Cole, you had your door.
Also, potential future games. that I'm
Everyone's
gonna
had a
recommend we
door
play.
so far, I believe, except for Narg.
Century,
Narg's the only one that hadn't had a door.
Return to Ashes, or something like that. It's a pretty cool.
And
co-op
of
game.
course, you guys don't have any Nevermore in your team or in your party now, so might not see that. Or if you do find a door, maybe you'll end up having to get one somewhere. But we'll see. Anyway, thank you for joining me, guys. I hope you had a great night. And I will be seeing you later.
had a great night, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Night, guys.
All right, no, I just had to stop my stream, and I have to cut it out reasonably.
Yeah, we can tell when you're moderating. Okay, we can
Well,
tell. We can
I'm
tell
moderating.
when you're narrating. That's what I meant. We can tell when you're doing your thing. It's all good. We'll shut
It's
up.
been
We'll
fun,
be quiet.
guys.
You guys
See you
fine?
guys on the next video.
But now we're gonna say
If
I love
this
you guys.
stream made you
I'd
smile,
suck all
laugh,
your
or
dicks.
chortle,
Have a good night.
All
or
right,
chortle at the
well,
word chortle,
See, we're not on stream anymore.
leave a
Oh
like and
shit! I
subscribe.
forgot to ask. Fucking Bruce
Bruce
is off
may
stream.
still be streaming.
My bad.
it's all
Just
good.
cut mine
I
off.
just
Here we go
that
again.
was like in the middle of my outro. I like muted and everything, but it's fine.
Alright,
It's fine.
thank you. Okay. Yeah,
Well, no,
I'm
I
glad
didn't.
you
I
did
didn't manage to mute you. I muted me.
that. Oh, crap. All right, this is me,
Night,
and I'm
guys.
signing out.
Sorry, Bruce, demonetized.
It's just one stream. There's more than this to
I
come.
don't think it'll be a big deal.